Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by the Human Turret, one of the best ARs in the game, world champ Sam LaRue, aka Octane. We got some of the best analysis in the game, world champion Christopher Duarte, aka Parasite. We got the multi-world champion, multi-champion legend icon to the Call of Duty space, Patrick Price, aka Eggs. And then, of course, we got the one and only, the executive producer, Mr. Ben J. Nassim. Gentlemen, what's going on, man? A lot of delays today, man. A lot of delays. 3 matches, but a long day. Very long day.
I knew today was gonna be weird because I woke up this morning and I watched 2 soccer games that were absolutely ruined by fucking shitty ref cheese, and I was like, football, soccer, whatever, bro. I was like, this morning I was just shocked. I was like, whatever. And then today with the matches, bro. I mean, it took 3 hours to play one series, but
yeah,
we got some interesting things to talk about. We have finality in the bracket, and I think some teams moved up and down the tier list, and I think some folks on the show are going to have some absolute thoughts on that.
Yeah, there's also a lot of drama today as well to cover between GAs and delays and tweets and all kinds of shit. There's a lot to talk about. How's everybody else doing, man? Sam, how are you, man? You doing all right?
Long day, bro.
Long day, man. Long day. Today. But it's good to be here.
Yeah, I finally got to sit down and watch some COD on the weekend, so that was good. But I think today was like expected to be a good day of games, and it actually was. I think the last series wasn't like close on paper, but I thought it was a good series. But yeah, man. I mean, it was just a good day of COD. Can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Chris Duarte, how you doing, man? You been on that rank play grind or what?
Yep, every day, but also I was excited for today as well. We
Good
got
matches
to see,
today.
Yeah, we got to see 2 of the top 4 teams play, or 3 of the top 4 teams play, 2 of them against each other. But honestly, the match that I feel like was expected to be the most exciting was probably the most boring out of every single one, which is insane to me.
COD gods giveth and COD gods taketh away, Chris.
Yeah, dude, I'm disappointed, but I mean, we'll touch on that, when we get to it.
Yeah, Pat, what's going on with you, man?
Not much. Another day going flawless in predictions. Tom.
Hey, shout out us, Pat.
Not much new there. Me and Sam knew LA Thieves were gonna win that with ease. But yeah, I also called the DoorDash challenge a phase. I don't know why other people thought something special was gonna happen there. That was a clear as day DoorDash challenge. The delivery driver already had the food when that series started. So
DoorDash challenge, the 3-0. Hey Ben, I didn't ask you, but how you doing? You doing all right, Ben? How's everything in the Benji Nassim household? Everything good?
What? I started off this.
Oh yeah, you did start off. Let's keep it going. Let's go on to the first series of the day. We got LA Thieves going up against the Carolina Royal Ravens. This one ended up being a 3-2 for the LA Thieves. I'll be honest with you, man. The delays were kind of crazy in this one. So what happened exactly? Going into the second map, power went out, right? That's what happened. LA Thieves compound.
Power's going on the compound.
Yeah,
and
see, that's
tough. It took
tough.
2 hours to fix it. An hour to fix it.
That is very tough. That is very, very tough. The delays definitely were checking some people. I know Clay was pretty fucking checked. I mean, we've all been there. I mean, Ben, you've been there backstage. I mean, there's nothing worse than preparing for a match and then you're getting twisted for it. You're getting turned. You're drinking some energy drinks. I think Slay is holding one up right there. And then the match comes and there's just insane delays and you're just sitting around waiting. I mean, that definitely sucks. So I definitely feel for both of them, the LA Thieves people and the Carolina Royal Ravens, both of them. But we'll go down a list. We'll take a look at the stat sheet. Sam, what did you think about the series? What are your immediate thoughts?
They had to Neslo the Carolina Royal Ravens in order to win the series. They are fucking, they being LAT, god awful at hardpoint. I don't know what the fuck. I was watching maps 1 and 4, but it was bad.
Their hardpoint is just so
it's terrible.
Off right
it's
now.
legitimately
they're the
terrible.
Worst in the league.
They're the worst hardpoint team. Like I think Cam said it best in the interview after
These are
they
the map
touched on it a little
stats,
bit.
and you could see.
It was bad, bro.
Let's go pull up like the first map. I mean, we were a couple setups we saw in the first map that we thought were just unacceptable setups. On the second ramp hill,
we'll get there, man. We'll get there, man.
Yeah.
I'll get there. Don't worry about that.
But I think to the point is like if they can't win a single hardpoint, their ability to win these series, they can get to game 5. You win some searches, some controls, but the Neslo is not the best way to be a good team in the league. And they are going to start in losers, and they need to figure out how to get 1 or 2 really good hardpoint maps set for that event, or it's going to be a very quick exit.
Cammy mentioned in his interview that their hardpoints were better in practice, and they just can't transition to the matches. But they still managed to hold on here. They end up winning the series. My thing is for the Ravens, listen, Fellow definitely isn't playing well, but Fellow's impact as a teammate, probably what he's communicating on the map, has definitely freed up Clay to play a lot better, and he's been actually frying.
Clay's been insane, Chris. He's actually been going crazy.
He's been insane, bro. I called it when I was like, Fellow's gonna help like let Clayster focus on himself.
Yeah.
But it's still not transitioning to wins, and I still think Fellow just needs to play better individually. Obviously, it's his first week in the league. Probably didn't have much practice with the squad. I don't want to make too many excuses for him, but at the same time, it's just looking scary. Gwyn had a bounce back series. But it's still sadly.
Wait, hold on. We
enough.
can't say Clay's looking insane at a 1.0 and then say Gwyn had a bounce back series at a 1.34.
His last two series pack, Clay has actually been putting actually been turning up.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Gwyn world starred, Clay played solid. Like that's what the scoreboard says.
You're not listening, bro. He literally had 60.
I'm just saying we need to give proper credit.
Well, yeah, of course. Gwyn, I literally said Gwyn had a bounce back series. He got shit on last series and bounced back. Like, okay, yeah, you could say he also went insane, but that's still a bounce back series. My statement is not wrong. Like,
it just seems a little fugazi to me.
Dude, Clay,
you say like someone played insane with a 1.0 and then said someone bounced back with a 1.35.
Look at
Gwyn was insane as well.
Look at kills.
Gwyn was crazy.
Look at his kills. Like he had 11 more kills.
Definitely agree with Pat that Gwyn went crazy today.
Well, yeah, of course, Gwyn. Of course he did. I'm not saying he didn't. Like Pat's just like trying to like put up an argument for no reason.
My food's at the door. I'm back in 2 seconds.
Either way, Fellow's going to have to see some improvements going to this major, but at least from an improvement standpoint, the Ravens look better. I'm not sure why they played Invasion Control in this series. That's clearly like one of the only maps that is like a kind of almost like a win condition for the what is it called? The Thieves, and they still played it. I think they probably just have an auto veto. So that's probably something else to kind of just, I guess, look out for.
Yeah. Pat, or Ben, talk to me. Carolina Royal Ravens, they go up 4-1, I believe, in the last map. And then they end up losing the last one 4-6. They lose 5 straight rounds in the last map. What do you think happened to Carolina today? Do you think they threw the series away, or do you think LA Thieves tried? So there's also moments where I think LA Thieves were throwing it away. So definitely thought it was a pretty back and forth series. What are your thoughts, Ben?
I mean, that awkward team kill with the stun was a big momentum swing. When that smoke went down, AC cut, and they accidentally got the team kill. After that, they lost all momentum in the map. Thieves seemed to be kind of moving and flowing and kind of just running at them and getting kills. And it's just a tough one for Carolina, man. I think they look better now, but this was a very winnable series that they choked for sure.
Mm-hmm. Pat, you called the LA Thieves getting the dub. You haven't really been too high on Carolina, but they do push LA Thieves to the end here. What are your thoughts after the series?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if we want to do that, we can give Carolina props for only losing by one map. But look, at the end of the day, I mean, them losing both hard points, the Thieves, and the kills still being this lopsided is wild to me. For two of the players on the Ravens, but you know, I would like to know what the servers were played on, because they mention, you know, all the time. I've heard this. I saw Shane tweet it. I've seen them say it. Like their hard point is much better in scrims than they are in these matches, and I'm wondering, you know, what's the server difference that they're scrimming on versus when they play some of these teams, like. Because I mean, I think that is worth considering if they're saying they're frying in every scrim that they play, but in these matches where these servers are selected based on exact middle grounds,
right.
They're getting shit on. They're the only team that's playing from Quad LA. So, yeah, I mean, still look bad at hardpoint, but I am curious about the server stuff. And then, I mean, neither of these teams would I have like faith on and ever clutching up, but Thieves did clutch up in this game 5. Cammy has some good clutches.
Afro got like 6 first bloods.
Yeah, Afro was frying.
Yeah,
I would say this, Pat. Like, obviously, I've always felt that the LA teams always have a weird disadvantage with the online Call of Duty.
They for sure do. I don't know why anyone would think they wouldn't.
When you watch this Thieves team play, especially in hardpoint, like the setups they get into, they'll get into setups, they'll tweak, they'll give up all the lanes.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's the reason they're bad. I'm saying it's definitely a factor, though.
That's just the problem with the league, where there are a lot of teams on the East Coast and they're on the West Coast, and like it's going to create some weird matchups. I just think the fundamentals for these need to get better in hardpoint, though. You watch them play, like they don't look comfortable in any situation get into on any map.
Yeah, I guess Pat, I guess it's safe to say that with Carolina, I think they got better, but the needle didn't move much, you know, compared to what they were. Like I think they got better to what they were prior, but I don't know if they drastically got better. You know, I don't know how much it's
I
gonna
don't
help
even
them
know.
throughout the
I don't
season.
even know if they got better as a squad. The only thing that I've
think
seen
they did.
differently is that Clay got better. That's the only thing I've seen change. Is Clay has started playing better than he was before.
I just think overall, just as a team, like the plays that they're making together, like as a unit, they definitely look a little bit more better than what they did prior.
But
At least, does
question
anybody
for
else
you.
agree with me on that? Like Sam,
if
Chris,
Clay
Ben?
doesn't world star though,
I
do they
agree.
get 3-0'd yesterday? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
but Clay's a good player. You know, like that's the thing. It's like what
but
Chris
I'm
talks
saying,
about.
it looks like the only thing that's changed is he's gotten better. Like, what has changed for this squad other than Clay frying now?
For me,
Tony's still doing the same
for me,
thing.
it's
They're
just the
not
plays
having
that
a
they're
team
making,
effort.
the plays that they're making together, just like the plays that they're making, just the way that they're playing these maps, they look more comfortable. Like they look a lot more comfortable compared to what it was
They're
before.
playing more structured, so it's enabling Clay and other people to like improve in certain aspects. That's really all it is.
Clay has definitely had some takeover series though. Like he's definitely had a couple maps, not takeover series, but a couple maps where he was taking over and definitely like, you know, willing these guys to victory. Like they've had some crazy map wins. I will agree with Pat there. That some of these maps, I don't know, could have been anomalies there with just somebody just going off and going crazy, but it's clearly there. I mean, Sam, you were talking about Gwyn and how he's like could be rookie of the year. I mean, Carolina clearly has like some talent on their roster, man. Like these guys can shoot. How did you think Gwyn played today? I thought Gwyn played really good. I think he's
at 1.3.
yeah, like that's
I mean, he's been the bright spot of their roster. I think the only bright spot of their roster thus far. I'm happy to see him performing. He was my early season rookie of the year pick, but I mean, that guy still needs some fucking help.
Who would you guys have right now, rookie of the year? If you can pick at this time, who's probably in the lead for you guys?
I mean,
I still got Gwyn.
It's actually a good race between Abuza, Linz, and Gwyn.
It's a pretty good
I think
race.
Snoopy's in there, bro.
All
Snoopy's
three
in there. No,
I think
Snoopy's
counting
in there.
Snoopy.
Yeah,
Snoopy's in there.
it's
Wait,
really
we're counting
anyone's.
Snoopy?
Yeah, we're counting Snoopy.
Yeah, he's eligible this year, but
Per Spencer Peterson, he's eligible this year for that. So
I would probably say
that's
Gwyn or
interesting.
Snoopy, bro. To be honest, but I think all of them. I mean, obviously we need a little bit more sample size, but
Wait,
Yeah.
is Medals is a rookie?
no,
He's a
he
pro
was-
player in
he's a
2019.
professional player.
Yeah,
And 2018.
yeah, but I don't know if they're counting like
He's not a
CDL
rookie.
or CWL. He's not.
No.
Okay, because somebody in chat.
I think it's like
mentioned it, so
first
I was
official professional season, regardless. But
Gotcha.
yeah, Gwyn's been their cornerstone of this roster the entire season so far.
Wait, Medals played
He's
in
gross.
fucking 2019 as well. No.
Yeah, he's on Heretics and BO4.
He was in the
Yeah.
league in both years.
Yeah, I don't know. I read that comment. I was like, wait a minute. But never
What-
mind.
no, yeah, that's an experienced team. But I think it's listen this year. Like last year, the rookie race was a snooze because Scrap ran away with that shit, and then other past years we've had people like Paco come in and kind of wipe the floor. But this year, it's going to be fun to watch this one because
What do we know
think
what they're taking the rookie of the year off though, Ben? Like because we
how do
talk
they
about
do
this
it?
in the NBA, right? Like Victor Wembanyama is probably MVP or not MVP, rookie of the year right now, but like his team is dog shit, and so
Yeah.
most people are giving it to Chet Holmgren. Like, are they going to go off the team success, or are we going to be realistic about this and go off the
No,
player?
player
I think
success.
I think there's I'm going to ask and find out how the vote works. Like
It needs to be player success.
It's gonna be player
Yeah.
success. No, Pat,
Yeah.
isn't that how it always? Isn't that
That's how
I
it
mean-
should be. That's not how it is in the NBA. Like,
I will
Yeah.
ask and find out for you and get back to you on that one.
Yeah. Let's I want to look over this one clip. Now we talked about LA Thieves and their hardpoint struggle. And this was just one hill that we immediately just saw a break coming as soon as we looked at it. I mean, Sam, we started tweaking as soon as we saw the setup. And you can
One of the
see
worst things I've seen this year.
yeah, and this is just such a big setup for them. Like this is an opportunity here for LA Thieves to lock this down and bring this map back. But just look at how they set up here. They just kind of give up the back. And just honestly, they just give up everything.
They give
And
up
just
everything. They get gifted the back spawn with 20 seconds left. They could have taken anything on the map, literally either side.
literally anything. Look at this right
You don't
here.
want to be server on this rotation, but you could have done it if you wanted to. But they just sat in tunnel and gave up the entirety of the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess my question to you and Chris, you could start things off is what's the ideal setup here if you're LA Thieves? Because for them right here, like they clearly just turtled and hill and we called it from a mile away. This is going to be a break. They gave Carolina the whole map. And you can see how they set it up. They took the routes. They pinched to the back. They also
Yeah.
slow played the front and they just worked these kills and were able to trade them out, break the hill, which shouldn't be too hard of a hill to. This hill is pretty hard to break. It's just way too easy in my opinion. And this was an easy write down. What would you have done, Chris?
Well, you just have to take map control. I mean, there's far too many times that people turtle, like you said. On this map in specific, at least currently in this patch, there's no back spawn. So pushing forward and like pushing out server, pushing out Water Street, pitching out P5, like staying out on the rotation is the most ideal scenario. That's it's simple. It's simple as it gets.
Yeah.
Like, look at they spawn out with 20
I
seconds
also-
and everyone ends up in tunnel.
I also think number
That's
5, like Dan coming up, I think he should pick up the right as well. Like I think he should play the back somewhere. Like just play back here somewhere. Like maybe try and get some info right. Like somebody can maybe play with him there, and then somebody can watch cross and hit. Like somebody can like stay in here where Joe is at now and just watch the cross the hill. It's just the fact that they just didn't have any control back here, like in the back of the hill. I just thought was a mishap, and that stems from honestly them not putting pressure on the map.
They probably just hurdled so hard because like when they spawn, if you'll notice, like they're already like they kind of already anticipate that the players from the enemy team are already like starting to push up. So they probably didn't want to like get caught pushing out a cut. You know what I mean? Like here they're spawning up.
Yeah.
Right here, maybe,
But they didn't pick anything up.
This is insane.
It was very early, Chris. Look how deep.
That's what Chris. This is why we're tweaking. Look at the time that they have.
I want to see number 6. Okay, right here.
They have Dan Ghosty fighting old. Like Dan's
look
fighting
at the
old.
time that they have.
Oh hell no, number 6? No.
Look at the time that they have,
I understand
bro.
number 8, maybe number 7 is fine. Number 6, number 5, you're in jail. Who's that?
In jail?
And Afro.
You're locking them up?
6 and wait, was it number 6 and 7? Did I say 7? I don't know. Joe for sure, jail time. Why are you rotating? Go push out server.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, he could have done that. I think it was Cam could have went P5. Like, you want to get middle map control and just blend them when they're spawning like bottom 3 and mazes and
stuff. There's no back spawn on this hill. Once it pops, like
right here, Carolina should be running through mid map, getting tagged up from either either tank over here or server over here. Like somebody should be pushed out, like just being annoying, just being a nuisance.
When you push out, you almost always play the self 4v3 because you're usually getting the first entry or you're getting a trade and then another. And like they're always having to hit this to the main disadvantage instead of making a fucking
and you get the info. If you push something out and you see people crossing, like you know where people are going, like you just get the information. You know how to set up accordingly.
You can also play a fucking just corner, like a ratty corner, hide, wait for your teammates in hill to like sniff out the contact where it's coming from, and then pinch. Like you could have done anything besides run back to your spawn and lick a fucking wall.
Yeah, and then this is the S&D. I mean, this is when LA Thieves started to make the comeback here. Carolina, they were up 4-1. LA Thieves win a couple rounds, 4-3. And I just love how they adapted throughout the map. Like, they did not care, bro. They were down 4-1, but they were still putting the pressure on the map, getting the map control. This was a really big round here, and I love how they played it. They just hit right through the middle of the map. Let me put it on 1080p so you guys don't fucking... They run right through the middle of the map. And take a look at Afro here. He goes all the way through as well. Afro was really good in the searches, just finding first bloods, getting aggressive, just being annoying. It's what you want to do as a sub player. And you can see they're like these. They don't not waste any time here.
Wait, hold on. What is this? Can we go back to how Ravens
of course, because this was a big round.
Like go to the beginning of this round and just see what they did on their breakoffs.
They all go B. They all go B, except for one guy.
No, but like do they even push?
Nah, they just hold. Number 2 is watching mid alley. Number 3 is watching chicken, and number 4 is doing nothing.
Are you fucking kidding me?
They're shitting themselves.
They didn't send anybody towards the A side. Nobody.
Bro, not even that, bro. The people they're not even pushing up to B. I swear to God, that setup never works. The one where you like you sit back.
That's what I said during the watch party.
I think they did it in their last match too, when they had God Rex. Like their last match with God Rex, I think they did that similar setup, and the guys went to the bomb, planted it for free, and won the round. That never ever. So
you can play like the default like back B setup if you have middle map on defense. Like you can play back on B as long as you have some sort of middle map control. But if you have neither, you're not winning the fucking round.
I bet I gotta lean up into my mic. Also, yeah, I did watch the matches, but when Tommy like gets like segments and like I actually see it, like it's kind of hard to like always see everything whenever you're just like watching it from like a streamline. So whenever Tom posts that clip, that is unacceptable, bro. They didn't even move from their spawn.
No.
Joe Deceives got into their spawn before any of them even left it. Like, how is that even possible?
I don't know. That's why I wrote it down, because it was such a big round, and they just waltzed onto A. Afro literally pushed through P2 and got a first blood, just uncontested, just ran right through the map. So it was just, I don't know if it was just they tried to, I think Carolina tried to hit him with like a blind counter or something. I really don't know, but they just sent everybody on the right side of the map and nobody went A side. Just gave it to him.
It's lagged out, Tom.
They lagged out. They're licking walls, and I thought it was just a good play from Thieves because they were down the map and they weren't scared to make a play. And I mean, Sam, we saw it during the watch party. Just LA Thieves adapted, and just the pace that they set on the map when they went down like 2 or 3 rounds. It was just really good composure from LA Thieves.
There was a lot of like really clutch moments. Afro was, I think he had 5 bloods, I want to say, Cammy had a ridiculous 2v1 with like some insane trigger discipline on B-bomb. That was another great play. He had a really good series today too.
Yeah.
But I mean, bro, as much as I want to gas them and give them their flowers for this series, the way that they play hardpoint is unacceptable. Like Cam mentioned it in their interview after the game, and it's just like every easy situation you see them get into on rotation, you just know that someone's either moving too much, throwing their life away, like all of the freebies and the gimmies that they should be getting, they never do. And it's a constant problem in hardpoint.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, it's a good win today, but going forward, I don't know.
Yep, good win for sure. LA Thieves really needed that. Any final thoughts, guys, on LA Thieves or any of them? LA Thieves or Carolina? Any thoughts?
Go
ahead. You go.
What's wrong with you morons?
Cammy finally did something. He played
Bro,
well.
Cammy played great today. He finally looked like the Cammy we were looking for, right? Like that's the Cammy we know, man. That's the Cammy we want to see every day. I even said it during the watch party. I was like, whatever Cammy did today, he needs to just keep doing this. Just keep playing like this. Whatever his routine was, keep the same routine and come out and play. Because if Cammy can continue to play like that, it's going to do a lot for LA Thieves. If Cammy can get back in his bullshit and start playing to the level we all know he can play at. But go ahead, Chris, if you had anything else.
I mean, that was pretty much it. Cammy did something. Let's go.
yeah, he went crazy. All right, guys. Pat, any final thoughts?
I mean, I know you guys are high on the Ravens, but I still expect this team to get last at.
I don't think we're high on them. I just think that we think that they got better.
Who's like super high on the Ravens in here?
I mean,
I don't think any of us are. I think they are competing amongst the dog shit before they weren't. I think that's what we all are agreeing on.
They are. Their respawn
they beat the dog shit before.
I mean,
they 3-2'd the dog shit.
It looks like their respawn serviceable right now. I don't know if it's good yet. But their S&D needs a lot of work, and obviously they're a new team, so I think they're going to hit the books hard on that. And I don't know how much they can really catch up in S&D when they got to fly out. They fly out Tuesday because they got to be there for checks on Wednesday. So it's going to be tough.
TJ posted on Twitter that he's playing LA teams on Denver server. Praise fire emoji.
We've seen a lot of server problems.
A lot of server problems. Yeah,
a lot of server problems.
But to be fair,
wait, so is that I'm guessing Denver with the LA ping boost or whatever the fuck it is?
It would be because they're going to be triple or fucking. All their ping is all East Coast on the London side. So
you can't put them on Texas because Clay's going to
plays on the server.
To be fair though, they did win the hard points, and those are like kill heavy game modes. So maybe it didn't play a whole much into like the entire series, but. I mean, I think maybe who played like poorly was it Tej and Fellow that played like statistically kind of poor for their team. I think they are the furthest east out of the entire team.
PA.
Yeah, so it probably did not help them.
No, definitely not. But let's move on.
But they also both played bad yesterday against Atlanta and would have had the favorable ping.
True.
You guys good? Everybody good on that series?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. We got the New York Subliners going up against the Boston Breach. This one was a 3-2. This one went all the way down to the wire. New York Subliners were able to win both searches in this series. They did take a respawn. They took one hard point. It was the fourth map. Boston not able to hold on. We can take a look at the stat sheet here. With New York, thought their S&D looked really good today. They've been good in S&D. Last time they played S&D, they were super shaky. That was against, who were they playing again? But Toronto. They were playing Toronto, and they looked a little off, but they have been very good in S&D this year, and today they showed that they're still very good at that game mode. Maybe a little bit of an off day last time they played it, but they were able to edge them out. I mean, Sam, we'll start with you. What were your thoughts on the series? New York, they came out, got the W today. You thought Boston threw it away or what?
I wouldn't necessarily say they threw it away. I think they're kind of gapped in search when it comes to New York. But Boston played well today. They've competed against the top four teams extremely well, beating Toronto and taking New York to a game 5 and arguably should have winning the series. Looking at this, the problem with Boston, look how many times Snoop and Cap died. They died 100 times each in this series.
Yeah, that is insane.
Yeah. And in a game where scams will lose you maps, dying fucking 100 times each in a series is insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's fucking crazy. Granted, they did win a hard point and maybe, whatever how that went, but there's just a disconnect still. They had a good series today. There were some GA issues in the series as well.
Yeah, we're
which
going to
we'll touch
talk about
on.
the GA problems. We'll get there. But Chris, what about you? What were your thoughts on the series? Obviously, New York, they come out, get the W today, but it was a close series. Went all the way down to a map 5.
One thing, just New York is such a gritty team, bro. I feel like this whole stage, even though they've came out with like a really, really good record, I feel like a lot of their matches this stage were like some of them, a couple of them were map 5. A lot of maps would come down to the wire. It never really felt like they were cruising. Maybe like a series or two here or there, but a lot of them were very, very gritty. So going into the major, man, I feel like these guys are actually like the most well-practiced team in terms of like match experience, because they've been like through every type of possible series they probably could have. Dante also, what did he break? Is this the damage record? I don't remember what yeah, so Dante continues to find success. He's absolutely killing it for this team.
This is the record. He almost had 20,000 damage. That is insane.
That
is crazy.
He had 44 in the control.
New York is basically like kind of got a similar record to what Faze had last year, which is like undeniably like a top team in search, but the respawn map pool is not as good as some of the other teams in their tier. And their success at LAN is going to come down to how they can play those 2 or 3 respawn maps and make those like their bread and butters at that event, because the search is going to help them just wax people. So like, I think they're in a good spot, but like they got to clean up some of the rough issues, especially in control. I don't think the game mode has been super kind to them so far in this one. I think they're 2-5 through 7 matches. So
some more server cheese coming in as well from we have Pred talking about the server today, and then Dante also responded to him, said shout out broadcast, we were on 80 ping and Boston was on 20. And then Brandon said Dashy said it's on your end though, gotta solve that. So clearly there's definitely some server cheese going on over here in the CDL.
Both of these teams, I think, are located in Texas. I think New York like plays out of Texas, and so does Optic. So maybe Dallas is having some internet issues. I wonder what the weather's like over there. It could be like weather related, but I'm not entirely sure.
You think it's because of the weather in Texas?
I don't know. Like, yeah, it could be all fucked up. I don't really know, but either way, I mean, it's kind of a Dashy even alluded to it in the comments. He says, "Oh, it's on your end. You got to fix it." So like,
I think he was being sarcastic. That's probably what the admins told them.
Obviously, that's what the admins told him. But like, yeah, I don't really. Wait, it's like snowing right now, or it's like gonna snow
in Texas.
In Dallas,
but the cable of
I mean, I'm just looking at my weather app, and it's got a little snow.
It's not a weather cheese.
We love the weather on this show.
It's not. There's no weather cheese. The fiber lines are buried underground, bro. Like,
we love the weather on this show.
But I will tell you, internet routing is very complex, and the stuff is there could be any number of issues between them and whatever server they're playing on, causing fluctuations, causing packet loss. It's fucking complicated.
I'm just saying, there's no surprise it's snowing and they're having internet issues, bro.
That's why I fucking hate online Call of Duty. Let's take all this fucking variable out, and I hate we have to watch.
I'm just saying it's no surprise. The weather over there is fucked up, and they are having internet issues. So
dumb.
You could say it doesn't play a part, but maybe it's just a coincidence. Either way, bro, they are all literally on like 70 to 80 ping, bro. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Oh my god, he bricked the field goal.
He fucking bricked it, bro.
But what are you guys watching? Fucking playoff football?
Bro, he just bricked it.
Yeah, what the? What?
Those are a cursed franchise, bro. They're a cursed franchise.
Where the fuck are you motherfuckers watching football?
I got multiple monitors, Tom.
What? You're all fine. All fucking 4 you motherfuckers.
What? I don't watch football.
What the fuck, Chris? Are you watching football? You're combing your hair.
I'm combing my hair.
The fuck?
Listen, we're talking about the weather being the reason that we're losing series online right now, bro.
I'm not saying that.
But listen.
Let's get back on track, man. Get us back on track.
Finish my point. Like, listen. Obviously, this sucks. I don't like the ping tool stuff. They are trying to make the best of this situation, but let's be straight up, bro. We should not be playing league matches online for these amount of stakes. They should figure out long-term how to either get us in a tournament format, which will be a little bit better, or put this stuff on LAN. Like the fact that we got to deal with this every single year, this comes up every fucking like 3 months on the show. I'm tired about fucking talking about this shit. I really am.
Well, stop talking about it, Ben.
Yeah, let's go down the list. Chris, New York, Boston Breach. What were your thoughts on the series?
I mean, Boston played pretty well. They just didn't close. Cap probably had almost the most insane 1v4 I think I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that was actually crazy.
Oh my, yeah. If he actually went one way instead of the other, he just wins. That's so insane.
Yeah, that's actually incredible. I mean, honestly, I was just happy to get a good series because in hindsight, at least the next series was pretty bad.
I was just talking. I think Ben was either brought up the control problems with New York. We'll get into it with the Faze series, but the way that New York played their high-rise control today, like there was a lot of kills. Don't get me wrong, the scoreboard was flashy, but I hated the way they were playing offense. They found themselves in the exact same situation every offense on this map, and they were up like 6-7 lives with like 50 seconds left, and they lost every single one of them.
Yeah.
And it was just like there was no like urgency to try to get on the point, because you get that huge life lead and then you leave one person on the point to win by lives, or you get the wave and you stack the point and you win. And they were just doing neither one. They were doing the first step and not closing out.
They were kind of just waiting around. Like it almost seemed like they were waiting
on this game, bro.
Yeah,
well,
but
high-rise is a map that I actually don't
it's
mind.
It's very frustrating when you see a team with such a big kill lead and they're not putting pressure on the map. It's like you guys have the opportunity here to just throw yourself at hill and try and make a play. Like that's the whole point. Like worst things worse is they just overextend, get you off the hill, and your teammates are able to work some trades, and you just continue to drop. My bad. And you just continue to drain those lives down. Like you just drain them down slowly. And we saw what happened in the Faze series against Optic. Like when Faze had the life advantage on high-rise control, they did not stop. They just kept going, and they used it to their advantage. So definitely think New York and the control, they definitely looked a little wonky. They were definitely playing kills heavy. They were doing a good job getting the kills.
They should just kept playing the kills is the thing. Like solo capping, but I would hate, but like high rise is a map where single capping and kill whoring is like the win condition most of the time, barring like 4 dead in half a second.
You have to stop the clock, exactly. Bro. You have to get somebody to stop the clock.
The clock stopping is really big because you can win by lives pretty easily, and if you pull off, you get like 5 or 6 kills in a spawn trap. Get them down to 7 or 8 lives, like a minute and a half left. Like you can win pretty easily some pure kills at that point.
Yeah, Pat, the New York Subliners beat Boston Breach last map. What are your immediate thoughts, Pat?
My first immediate thoughts is that I'm disappointed in Slasher, Tom.
Oh man,
I know where this is going.
I'm disappointed.
And why is that, Slay?
Slasher is supposed to stand for good, not evil. He's supposed to be the one who battles.
Die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain, Pat.
We're gonna take a look at it.
So this is a problem for me, Tom, because now he's on the timeline. I'm seeing mixed messages. I'm seeing him throw out the whack shit that we hate. Oh, the other all teams do it. Blah blah blah. No, if something is GA'd and it's agreed it's cheese, then every team should not do it. Period. Mm-hmm. I'm glad they ended up losing the series. But yeah, I don't like Austin taking this stance. He should just been like, "Yep, I shouldn't have done it. Every team should not do it, and I'll lead by example." Because Austin's supposed to be the GA like leader of not doing the cheesy shit.
No, that's wrong.
Do we have
that's
a clip
wrong,
or what?
Slay. I'm the GA commission.
But not the GA commissioner, like the GA like lead by example. The old guard, the people who. Yeah, he's like the old guard who doesn't like the cheesy stuff.
Right. But Pat, he's saying that it wasn't GA'd though. That other people are using it.
I mean, other people have said it's been GA'd since last year. I remember Slasher tweeting out a picture when Sellingham did it, and it was like this whole thing on the timeline.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Ben, get us in the TS info.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
One of the ledges behind the A Shack. Chris, like the ledge on high rise. Yeah.
Bro, I said that was a stair glitch the first game, and people were telling me it's not a stair glitch. So yeah,
he was doing it to look bottom blue on the right side of the shack.
There's definitely people out there that are like
that's
trying
the problem.
To cheese it and say it's.
But apparently Paco did it earlier before, which we're saying was awesome.
I'm sure people did. So I don't know why. Some people actually will argue that it's not a stair glitch because it's not fucking stairs. Or like, bro, it's a stair glitch regardless.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Either
I
way.
can actually pull it up as well. I have it right here.
Oh, Kisman said Paco didn't do it. Austin's a scumbag. That's crazy.
Well, Sam, you can speak to this. You brought up an example during the show, and they talked about in a Twitter thread about the hydro spot, and you said like it was.
Yeah, bro. Donnie did that shit every scrim, every P1 hill on hydro. Donnie was top mount, stair glitching me on the rock every time.
Austin here. What's good, Austin?
Look at you, Austin. Look at you.
Yeah,
you dirty dog, Slasher.
Bro,
you dirty dog.
You guys know I'm right, bro. It's not GA'd.
I mean,
if you have anyone,
why is everybody on the timeline saying it is?
Oh, I don't know why. It's just because I did it. That's why. If
Wait,
anyone else did
it,
what?
Stair glitching was GA last year.
Stair glitching was GA, and then people
That's-
went top cliff on Hydro and laid down my.
Yeah, I'm not.
thing.
Yeah,
Used
but
to
that's
bitch
not
about
to say
it
that
all
it
the
still
time.
wasn't GA.
I was
It
bitching in
was,
the chat
but
too.
people
He's
still
also
did it.
saying
I'm in the chat. We have literally been bitching about this for months. You can ask Clayster. He's brought it up like probably once a week at least.
I think he's mentioning this specific spot is
Yes,
like not
they-
considered stair glitch.
What they
but
said is there's too many spots on high rise, so I don't know what to do about it.
there is.
Dylan-
There's
Dylan-
Dylan
Dylan-
attach, Dylan
Dylan
attach, put in the
attach,
chat.
can
Can
confirm it's not
confirm
GA'd.
high-rise stair glitch is not currently
Like,
GA.
That's a good
The
vouch.
fact that like
That's a
Why
good
is it?
vouch.
Why
the
is it
fact
not
that you guys
valid?
even question me, you guys all know me, bro.
Bro,
Like,
it's
come
not
on.
hard. It's not
Nah,
hard
nah.
To
not
be fair,
do.
my
Like,
tweet was
this is-
sarcastic.
Wait, why is it not GA, Austin?
Nah, I don't know. Good question.
Bro, here
Yo,
If it's not
no,
GA,
no.
The same problem.
You should just
no,
be sprinting there with
Here's
a
an
trophy
even
every
worse
life.
problem, in my opinion, on Invasion. There's just not as many gunfights over there, but the one outside of A point is insane. But people use it.
Where's A point?
The little
Okay,
like,
yeah.
like they're like
Oh, the
curves.
curb outside of it on
Bro,
the right.
that's even worse. You actually
Oh.
cannot see the guy. Like at least if on the helipad, like you can go top heli and shoot this guy. But on
Bro.
Invasion, you can't kill him.
On high rise, there's like one top heli on like the oil side platform.
Yeah,
You
people
can-
lay
Yeah.
down up there too.
Yeah, you
like
can stair glitch each
so,
side of like
and,
the windows.
Bro, you can go back through matches. People have played this spot. They played the one we call it long by the propane street. They play
Yeah.
under the ladder. They lay down there and hold the windows. Like I scrim the game every day. People use these spots. It's not GA'd. I can't tell you why, but
Wow,
don't
this
know what
spot
you want
is
me to do.
broken.
Austin, so you're telling me it seems like a job for the GA commish. I might
go
need to
ahead.
come in
Go ahead.
and try and
Try
get
to get
this
it
shit
out.
settled. Might need to try and get this shit settled here.
And Pat, I haven't ran this shit for years, bro. So stop saying that.
Bro,
Game,
Ran
you
what?
see the game.
I
the way the
said
game's been played for
led by
years.
example. I didn't say
Bro,
ran
led-
it.
bro, I don't
Led
know
by
why-
example.
I don't know
Yeah,
why
like
this
you
needs
haven't
to-
been doing
Go
GA
ahead.
like cheesy GA stuff. That's what I meant.
I've been leading by example for 10 years. Then people just started snaking. Like, what do you want me to do? And then snaking,
Lead by
fine,
example.
just not snake.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Okay.
Bro, I don't know-
Okay.
I don't know why this even needs to be an
I mean,
argument.
I led by example my whole career, bro.
If-
Like, I don't know what you want from me.
If your screen looks like this, don't fucking do it, bro. Like,
I mean,
how
I
is this an
agree.
argument?
I agree, but people do it every day in scrims.
You didn't
and
get
they
a
don't
kill
GA
Austin
it.
here, right? You like got
think
up
I
and then
get
you got
one.
your
That's
kills.
crazy.
I can't remember.
I don't think you got a
honestly,
kill
though,
doing
the
when-
that.
what
biggest
if the round
question here
was-
is this GA'd or not? Because obviously
not.
Austin, Dylan
not.
attach. There's pros who are saying it's not GA'd, and then there's
Why
people
is it
on the
not?
time, and then there's
Alright,
people
that's
on
a
the
good question,
timeline
but
that
it's
says
not.
GA'd.
Definitely should be.
Well,
It should
Pat,
be,
But
snaking,
it's not.
snaking wasn't
Wait.
GA'd going into the season either.
Well, that's also. I mean, we talked about that. That's the. I mean, that started when the people who were born in the 2000s started playing Call of Duty. That's just a fact. But
Correct.
either way, well, like anyone looking at this, Austin, are there people who like say this shouldn't be GA'd? That's my question.
I don't think anyone has necessarily said that, but it has not been voted to be GA'd. So I don't know.
That
And
makes,
I'm not
dude,
going in the
I
chat
hate
wasting
the
my
pros.
energy anymore
hate the
trying to
current
corral
pros.
people.
Yeah,
like
they don't
that
do
shit,
nothing,
I'm over
Pat.
it.
Pat, they actually do nothing. It's actually
it doesn't make sense, bro. If your screen just looks like this, don't do it. Like it's not complicated, bro. There's no way that I'm proning here with a straight face and looking myself. I'm not telling myself that this is not a stair glitch. Like
I
how
mean-
is what? Like what?
Listen,
I bet you could probably go back to different VODs and find people doing the same shit.
Yeah,
same
that's
thing
what I
on
mean,
Long
though,
Street. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
Stair
mean,
glitching is like actually GA'd on all maps. Like just because this isn't a fucking staircase doesn't mean it's not like all right, let's just rename the term. Let's call it fucking ledge glitching so people literally stop trying to be like stop
Ledge
trying to like
glitching?
make it up. Yeah, like it's stair glitching, man. Come on.
no, it definitely.
I don't
is.
disagree with you.
But-
Yeah. It's just not
But
GA.
it's just not
If it's not
'Cause people
GA,
do
there's
it-
no
people-
reason for Austin
People
not
do
to
it
do
to
that.
you. Yeah.
I
I'm not
mean,
blaming you.
That's
saying
what
the
I'm
fact that
saying.
this
I
is
don't know
even
what
an
you want from
argument
me.
is
Like,
stupid.
Yeah.
the fact people were tweeting me when they know it's fucking not GA.
Well, aside from that, high rise control. I wanted to talk about this a little bit. Are we gonna see this map more at the event? Do y'all think, or is this a?
Yes.
You
I
think
feel like
so?
it will be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because high rise actually gives both teams a even
Invasion's
chance at
dog
winning.
shit.
And then invasion is like very one-sided. People don't like playing the maps where defense is like a guarantee.
Well, then I'm gonna have a great time on Prize
That's the
Picks
overs for
here in
sure.
Boston, if you know what I mean.
Wait, Austin, I gotta
They're
tip you
gonna
guys
move
for
the
that map
lines up,
because, bro, you guys were getting put in the fucking Khabib spawn trap like 6 times and you got out of it every time. It was so typical.
I mean, I don't think they stacked once, so we were
They
able to,
didn't,
like,
bro.
They
They,
did.
they
They
every
weren't
I was
stacked.
able to slow play my base a lot.
I was tweaking watching. They were
Yeah.
they refused to
They
either
weren't
solo cap and
stacking
kill you guys
and-
or stack. They didn't do either.
That map was just so annoying to play because they weren't stacking and we were just bleeding lives.
Yeah, and they
I don't
weren't
even think
stopping
I
clock at all
called out.
either.
I think the only thing I was calling out the entirety of the map was, "Yo, take our time. We're running out of lives. Take our time. Running out of lives." Like I just kept saying that over and over again.
Austin, today's series, it seemed like the S&Ds were kind of what, ended up costing you guys the series as a whole. I mean, what do you think happened today in the search?
Well, I think they're really good at search, and then I think they outplayed us on the high rise. We talked about it a lot. I think we need to switch out some things, like throw some different looks and some things. But the Karachi was kind of like, I hate to use this excuse, but there's so many rounds where I didn't have a trophy. So like if you don't have a trophy on defense, B Street, you're just kind of chalked.
Yeah.
What do you do? Like you're gonna push up and hopefully don't get naded. Like okay, try that. If you get naded, then like you just die.
Yeah.
And if you don't push up, you just play from the spawn like Carolina did. Like that's you guys were talking about Carolina. They probably didn't have a trophy that round
Oh, by the way,
when they camped their spawn. But how do you win from camping your spawn? They get out in the headies.
You just gotta go mid at that point.
I mean,
just to add this in, it's probably worth the pros getting together and deciding on that high-rise GA shit before the event. Otherwise, I feel like now every team would do it.
There was talks about it
again
because like they were talking about it when I did it, and then I was like, I mean, it's literally not GA'd, and other people were saying the same thing. Like Clacer's like, I've been bitching about it for weeks, which he has. I literally remember him bringing it up all the time, but just nobody ever.
I mean, it should be because if that map's going to be more prevalent at the major and it's not GA, there's no reason to not run a trophy.
I mean, I don't want to see those.
I'm telling you, if you come out on offense to your long street, propane street, there's a guy low ladder doing that all the time.
Why is
like that's why people jump on the boxes to like get an angle.
Listen, you guys know that Bill Belichick gif of him walking out the fucking tunnel?
Yeah.
Usually paired up. That's going to be you fucking starting to vote on this shit because it seems like it's got to go.
Yeah, no.
I got to get my food though, but I just want to join in here. It's not GA'd. Thank you.
Wow.
Didn't cheat.
That's
never
bad.
Shout out, brother
cheat.
Slash.
Everyone knows me.
Shout out, brother Slash.
It's
Have a good one,
everybody.
Yo, I will say, before Scrappy comes here, this is actually a crazy stat I wasn't expecting to read. So there's one team that has a positive win-loss map count versus FaZe, Ultra, and New York. You know what team it is? The Boston Breach.
Yeah.
The only team. They're 8-7.
They played well against the top.
If you throw Miami in there, they're 10-7. Or sorry, 7-6. If you throw Miami in there, they're 10-7, which is
But here's the
playing
issue,
up.
Pat, is I think they're limited by the ceiling of decision making once again of their too aggressive players. Like you saw,
100 deaths.
Snoop fell off the map last
Yeah,
round.
that's
Like
crazy.
Cap had a couple of clutches, but he also, in those clutches could have maybe tried to run away. But
I will say that
does a lot.
That does give credit, Ben. If they're good against the good teams, I can disregard being bad against the bad teams. Personally, my personal opinion.
Bro, dying this many times compared to your teammates is fucking nuts.
Insane.
Yeah, it is.
We got,
It's also hard to compare though. I mean, like how many deaths did they have on high rise alone? Like 40, right? Like
yeah, but still, you're solo losing rounds.
No, for sure. But if we were playing like another map that wasn't high rise, like I feel like those stats would look way normal. Yeah.
we got.
I mean, still like the lopside is just crazy.
Yeah, we got special guest Scrappy in the building. Scrappy, Toronto Ultra superstar, probably off the Papaya. How you doing?
I'm good. Yo, wait, what is that? I didn't get an actual answer.
Scrappy's saying it's not G8. He's saying it's not G. That's what Austin's saying, that it's not G8. And then there's pros in the chat vouching. I don't know, Scrappy. You tell
we're on
us.
severe amount of drugs. That's always been like what?
See, this is the issue, bro. Who is? I need to know the 12 reps. Who are the 12 reps? We got Austin
I have a
and
question.
Clay. Who else is there?
Why have I been playing the last 3 months like it's been G8? Am I the only one that thinks it's G8?
I mean, no, we all tweaked on the show because we thought it was GA too.
Yeah, Austin said they came here and he plays the game and people do it to
I've
him.
been hearing that every team has been doing it besides us. Every time we've played people, they do it against us besides FaZe. And like every reason that I literally have a DM message right now that says it said, yo, why'd you stare glitch right here? And it says, well, we thought it was okay because other teams have been doing it to us. So like clearly everyone thinks it's G8. It just doesn't matter because the people are doing it to each other. So it's just like cancels out apparently.
So, I'm telling
that's
you,
weird.
I'm telling you,
Apparently,
Snaking started again.
CDL Pro Math. CDL Pro Math.
Let me know if we
memes?
could do that.
CDL Pro
I'm gonna
Math.
start snaking the fuck out of people and saying,
Bro,
yo, my bad.
Cancels out.
bro, I'm telling you, they're doing it because it's not a stare. So they're like, oh, it's no stare glitch. Like, bro, it's a. What do we
Bro,
want?
are we
semantics.
fucking
Do you guys?
old, bro? Like, how literal can we be?
That's what I'm saying. Do we want to fucking rename the
Bro,
term?
it should be.
Like,
Listen,
come on, bro. It's literally a joke.
Listen, Tom, this is time for you to step in, bro.
No, I want Scrappy to ask. I want him to ask. And then I'll step in.
I don't know what
Scrappy,
the
are you in the
fuck
representative
No.
chat?
No, he's not. He's a moron.
Wait, who
Why
on
the
your
fuck
team
would
is?
I be in the chat,
It's a
dickhead?
Dill.
Whoa, chill.
Wait,
Who's in the
no way,
chat
it's
for you?
Envoy.
Who's in the chat for you,
Dill.
Scrap?
It's gonna be
Dill.
Dill.
It is Envoy? Wow.
Yeah, that's an easy read. What?
Dale said that it's
Dill's
not.
always in that
Somebody
show.
in
He
the
wasn't
chat
even
said
on the
that Dale
team
said it's
last
not
year, so they
G8.
would have had somebody.
Dill's always in that
Bro,
motherfucker.
Dill
man.
did not say that. Like what?
No,
I
you're
don't know.
talking
Yeah,
about, you're
I don't
talking
know
about
why he's
Dylan
spamming it.
attached. He's talking about Dylan Envoy. Chat is being dumb. Don't worry about it.
I mean, there's Dubs
I'm not gonna lie.
underscore 77
The
just added
brain
Scrappy said
cells out of
Envoy
people
said
in the
it's not
chat
G8.
gotta be less than 10.
All right. Well, so it's a very
God,
simple
people are
it's a
fucking
very simple
stupid.
procedure here. The question is it G8? Yes or no? And if it's not G8, then the vote should start literally right now to G8 that spot.
Apparently, it's not. It needs to go.
So I don't know
Okay.
what to say.
Bro,
It's
who
a
is
very
saying
solvable
it's not
problem
G8?
for me. Like,
By the way, Austin saying it's not G8 is the first time I've heard it's not G8.
Dale and Attach are said it as well in the
And Clayster. And Clayster.
and Clayster said it as well.
How is Dylan saying that when his teammate's the one that's saying I'm only doing it because other people are doing it to me?
What? That's not his teammate.
it sounds like it's not G8.
What?
Then.
Well, guess what? I scrimmed them, and Nero's doing it to me. Ladder side, fucking the right windows on defense.
Well, bro, maybe y'all should get the convo going and take initiative. The matches are over. You have the
I
major
can- I'm
coming
mind
up.
blown. This is
Get it going.
conversation.
Is
Like,
it G8 or not?
are we
Just
that
get the
saying
convo
that's
going.
not a stair glitch?
You know, the crazy thing is, like, at this point, the way the pros make it seem is like you have to go through literally every single laydown spot on this game and literally say it's G8.
There's fucking bureaucracy.
No, that's
Like,
not
fucking
true at
out
all.
here,
That's
man.
that- that is not true at all.
Do you literally have to? Do you literally have to go through every single one of those like stupid spots and
No,
check?
bro, that's not true. Bro, you can.
Then why
You
is
don't
the
have to
argument?
lay
Yeah,
down,
yeah.
bro. The
There
front
he is.
windows.
Listen,
The front windows are. Everyone knows they're the best stair glitches in the game by far. You don't have to go
Listen,
through every laydown spot. That
this
is
is
not
the
how it has to
problem.
be.
Obviously, but
I'll
that's
tell
why I
you
love
exactly
Austin.
the problem.
Austin got his food.
Austin, the floor is yours, Austin.
It is not G8. With these professional players in the game who play the game nowadays, you have to go through every single spot because it's not a staircase. That's the problem.
Yeah, dude, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
If we
Holy
don't
fuck,
specify
we're
what's a
fucking
stair
brain dead.
glitch, then
That's
someone's gonna
true.
do some weird shit and be like, "Oh, I didn't know."
Listen,
So that's
Scrappy,
why the
you-
high rise thing
you are
hasn't been
smarter than
addressed.
that. You are smart in that. So is Slash.
Everyone
there
knows-
are other people that legitimately
people
will
think I'm
go
fuck
and use
stupid.
it.
Wow.
They will use an abusive spot because it has not been clarified whether it
Yes,
is an abusive
exactly.
spot.
We can't
which-
even trust people to count two, bro. We can't trust
Problem
people
is
to count to
this has
two.
been
And you
brought
think
up, but it's
you're gonna do
never
this
been
right?
like G8. I don't know why.
Shit.
Bro, motherfuckers' screens will
I
look
didn't
like
know we were this
slashers and be
fucking
like, it's
dumb.
not a stair glitch.
This is
don't
okay.
trust. This is fine.
I mean, I think it's
We're
stupid.
good.
too,
Okay,
but I don't
okay.
know what you want me to do.
So Austin and Scrap, listen, because you're both saying the same thing. I don't know what y'all want me to do. I don't know what y'all.
It sounds like we got two in the vote,
Right.
Tom. That's
Why-
what it sounds like.
It sounds like Toronto and
Why,
Boston
why
need
don't
10.
Scrappy and Austin both your teams right now put in the GA chat? Yo, we
My
want to
whole
get this
team has
GA.
been playing
Listen,
like it's
if
been
people
G8.
get a vote going, I'll put my vote in. I'm not getting
Bro,
people
my
to get a
Tom,
vote
it
in.
sounds like you
from
need
the
to
start
be
of the
one on the
game hasn't
timeline,
worked.
Tom.
Yo, I have a question.
Yeah.
Why isn't FaZe doing it then?
What?
If
FaZe
it's
don't
not
break
GA,
any
why
GA.
isn't FaZe doing it?
Because they probably think
We're
it's G8
angels.
too.
They're
I mean, I
angels
don't
over
know.
there. They're
Exactly.
angels.
Faze
I'm
is
telling
an
you,
honorable
those-
young gentleman.
Wait,
Yeah.
I have
It
a
makes
question.
no
for you, Scrap.
sense that it makes no sense that some teams think it's G8 and some don't. Like,
I mean, their rep is a moron, and I don't tell you. Like, if some teams think it's G8, their rep is a moron because I could literally
Or
like
they have
screenshot
common
all
sense
this.
and we G8 it in previous years and it just carried over how it should.
Oh yeah, I
I've
don't have
heard
common
New
sense.
York's doing
Right?
it all
No, not
every
you.
time
I'm
they
saying
play the
those
map.
people. Obviously you do.
Yo, I'm hearing
Some
New
other people
York's
that
doing
don't
it
think
every
it's
time they
cheated.
play the map. I got Boston doing it. I got Vegas doing it. I got Minnesota doing it.
So it's
I'm
not
like,
G8.
yo,
Exactly, and nothing's
It's
being
not
said about
G8.
it.
Bro,
it
listen,
is
all I'm
G8.
saying, I have
It's not.
thrown
I'm
out
telling
way
you,
too
listen,
many
I'm in
red
the
cards
chat.
before
Like,
Major 1, guys.
what?
It's bad.
So we banned it last year, but this year it's fuck that.
I
So let's
just
get
explained
to
it to you.
let's
I
get
just
to-
explained to you.
th-
Listen,
this-
we
this is
banned
all-
I
we
explain it
banned
again because I might have missed
staircase
it.
glitching, okay? But with the professional players that we have today that are scumbags, you have to literally go through spot by spot and say this is not allowed. Because then they'll be like, "Oh, but dude, it's not a staircase." Like,
Yeah, no,
does
I'm
that
not
not
doing
make
that.
sense?
So
Okay,
either
Kismet's in
we're
the
doing
chat.
it
Hold
or
on,
I'm
hold on,
starting
hold
to
on.
snake
Kismet's in the
everything.
chat. He said, we don't do every map. We did it a few times on accident weeks ago and got roasted, and we don't do it anymore. That's what Kismet said in the
Stop,
chat.
bro.
And
Somebody's,
why in the chat is it not G8? Can you tell me that?
bro,
What,
somebody's.
why am I?
GA
but
now.
the thing is,
Join
okay,
up,
kids, that might
Bulldog.
exactly.
Join up.
kids,
All right, listen. Somebody
okay, the
has to
thing is-
get.
I'll send the details.
Somebody's got to get
Okay,
a
kids. The thing is,
flashcard. Go ahead, go ahead.
I've been told for multiple teams that New York is the one that's doing it to most people,
I'm
and then
telling you,
everyone
everyone
does
I
it, New
scrim
York
does it.
That's
I'm
what
sure-
I heard.
Wait,
And I'm
Scrap.
not gonna
I'm
lie,
sure
when
you
we
come
get
out
stair
propane
glitch-
street and people are there on the ladder laying down, are they not?
Wait, P4. Wait.
Like on
wait,
high
where?
rise, when you come out like long street, we call it the propane street. Like, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
where the ladder is.
People lay down by the ladder, right?
Yeah, that's OP.
That's what I'm saying. People do it. Everyone's doing it because it's not GA'd right now. I don't know why, but it's not.
All I know is at this point, you guys got to literally get a little flashcard with a picture of every single like lay down cheese spot in the game and vote on every single one because this is getting out of fucking hand, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Respectfully, I'm not doing it. Like, I don't know how
That's what it actually is, though.
You
You
have
guys
to
know
do
I'm
that.
I don't know
right.
how adult
Like,
people have to be to actually.
you can't trust like
Bro,
people
but
play
it's
today's
really
game.
it's
Like,
really
you're
not
fucking
that
awful,
hard
respectfully.
to do though. Like you could just be like ladder spot and back hut spot. You can't do
okay,
that.
then there's probably spots outside the game, like laying down top third on Karachi. You could probably do it somehow, and then people will be like, "Well, you didn't specify this one." Like there's spots you could do it all over the game where if you lay down on an elevated,
There's no
surface, you
ledge
could
that you're looking through.
No, you could back up off the ledge to where you can
Bro,
still
on
see them, but they can't really
on
see.
Karachi control, where the junkyard is, the shacks, if you lay down on
You
top
can lay
of
down
one
on
of the
top of
shacks,
those. Yeah,
I
you
do
can
that shit
there
in
too.
ranked.
You do that shit in ranked, bro. You
I do that
snare
shit in
pitching
ranked.
it.
Exactly. So
P5,
I mean,
bitch.
All right, I'm down. I'm down. I'm out of here, bro. On GA everything. Let's just fucking go crazy.
All right.
Yo,
that's not
yo,
what
by
we're
the
saying.
way,
I'm just saying you have to specify.
Yo, by the way,
No,
by the
but
way,
we're saying fucking that glitch in GA. Like I'm fucking mind blown.
I
Yo,
mean,
on the
literally
topic
not,
of
bro.
GAs,
Ask Envoy, he
I
knows.
know. Like
I don't know why,
but
but it
GAs,
is.
on the topic of GAs,
I don't
guys,
understand why 3 teams are playing it
Faze-
with GA.
Faze
That
are
makes no
7 and
sense.
0, not breaking
I'm outta here.
GAs.
Yep. It's
Hey,
crazy how
this
that
system
works,
bring
huh,
that
Pat?
ass to-
Yo, Tom. They're also the first time ever in the CDL 7 and 0 in the first stage after snaking was gone. I told them they would have gotten better with snaking out.
Yes, cheese mechanic.
Hey, Pat, they also had no problem GAing snaking or doing
Yeah,
it.
no. But the problem
Shout out
is,
Atlanta
Tom,
Faze,
the problem
man.
though, Tom, the problem is that getting all these 12 teams on board with the same high IQ decision making. That's the problem.
No, it's,
Or they're just
listen,
shit
listen,
and
listen.
need things to
the
figure out the gap.
Listen,
I'm tired
everything
of
is
talking about
coming
shit, bro.
full circle. Everything is
Yeah.
coming full circle. This is what I said was going to happen when I had this argument with my chat. Before I did the whole GA commission thing, get Austin to call, get this GA, I said, we're going to go through all this shit, yada, yada, yada. Sure, we're going to get it going. I guarantee when the season starts, people are going to break GAs and people are going to start talking like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm breaking GAs. Nobody's following GAs. And everything's going to go out the window. It's already happening. It's unfolding. Again, bro, Sam, we talked about this. How many red cards have I given before
Like 5.
Major 1? Like 5, 4, 5? That is
Yeah.
unacceptable. Unacceptable. People do not follow GAs. They do not follow GAs, and that's that. And then we go right back to the same conversation where MC snaking everything.
And this is
guy's snaking it.
online.
Everybody.
This isn't even like
This is online. Then you go back to the
Wait, I
situation
feel
where
like the
everybody
snaking has
goes
been
back
pretty
to.
good.
the
It
snake
has. It's been great. Snaking's been great.
So I don't think it really like. I mean, I think the punishment needed to be harder. To be fair, I think that punishment was kind of fucking stupid. But
Now we're not going to
What
give
would
up,
you
and I'm
do?
not, and we're not going to give up. But I definitely think
I don't
during
think
the
the- I don't
week
think
we'll
that's
get the
been bad
talks
at all.
going again. Like we're gonna get those spots banned. Oz, we're gonna get those spots banned for sure. We're gonna get
yeah,
those
go.
subs-
Good
those
luck,
subs
bro.
to Jade.
Go through every single one of them with them.
You know what I mean? Austin, I might
if
need
your
your
screen
help.
is cut in half with your gun in the dirt,
Nah,
fucking
I don't know if I
be
want to
there.
help anymore, Tom. I'm kind of over it.
No, man.
I don't know. I'll put my vote in, but I'm not
it's
like.
over with, man.
I mean, what's the point, Tom? Like, it's just waste energy.
I don't
you
know that Austin. This
Because
is, this,
I
this
follow
is,
the
this-
rules,
Austin,
I get
Austin,
hate. I make the rules, I get hate.
Austin,
To
listen.
win. So, like, you know what I mean?
Austin,
Like,
this
it's
is
a
what I
lose-lose.
was saying. This is what I was saying day one. This is what I was saying day one. Hey, bro, but you can't give up, Austin.
No, I'm
Austin,
not
you
giving up. I'm
can't.
just gonna
Don't give
play.
up.
I'll
Don't
put my
lose
vote
hope.
in, get the cheese out, but like I'm not gonna corral
Like,
the
think
troops.
about the
Waste of
snaking,
energy.
Austin. Look how much better that's gotten.
I know. Imagine if we did it 3 years ago when I was trying really hard to do
Bro,
it.
the pros will literally do
man.
everything except for actually take the steps needed to make the game better that they can actually control.
Well,
They
it's
will
just
do
because
everything
the
else.
old guard is gone, bro. That's who actually wanted to make the game better. Now we
Yeah.
just play the game.
Well, listen, we'll get the conversations going during the week.
No lies detected.
We don't need to go in circles about the snaking thing. Austin, I appreciate you hopping on. You're more than welcome to stay with us. It's up to you, but we're gonna. move
I'll
on.
probably help out. I got my food here. So I'm
Wait,
gonna
what are
eat.
you eating? What are you
Sorry,
eating?
man.
I got
Enjoy, man.
Chipotle.
Austin always gets Chipotle, right? You love Chipotle, dude.
I mean,
You
it's
love that
chicken
shit.
and rice, bro. Like I've been back in the gym again the past 2 weeks, so
Hell yeah.
trying to eat healthy.
Hell yeah,
back
man.
on-
That's what I'm
on
talking
track,
about.
so.
Yes, sir, man. All right, so you enjoy your
Yeah,
night, man.
take it easy, bro.
Enjoy your
Boys,
day,
have a
man.
good one.
Take it easy.
There, dude.
One clip that I wanted to show from the series here with New York and Boston. I thought Capsule made a great play here, pushing up and getting in this little spot. But they didn't know that he was here. And he ends up shooting his gun. So you can see Capsule, he takes the route. Dante has no idea that he's back P2. And Capsule, he shoots. He shoots at the guy top P2. And then Dante, he was able to be shit. He ends up to pick up the information, and then that ends up happening, and he ends up falling. I thought that was an opportunity going to the P5 where Capsule might have been able to make a play if he just stood down and hid. What do you guys think? I know Boston ended up winning the map anyway, so it didn't matter, and I'll show you how. But what did you guys think about that play there?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Yeah. I mean, the kind of the same play ends up happening to win them the game. Preston sneaks through and shoots everyone in the back, but
he only shot because he probably just thought he was slotted, bro.
Wow, that's disrespectful.
Potentially.
No, I'll be honest, because I have the P-Dog clip here as well, where he gets through. I don't know how they didn't know he was here.
Yeah, he just crossed like normally.
He just crossed normally, but Dante's looking at it. So you can see number 2, it's Dante. He's sitting in P2 hardpoint right now, top of P2. He's looking at the cross. And then you see on the mini map, P-Dog, he's number 6. He runs. I think what it was Snoopy or Slasher backed off Dante. That's what
he's
happened.
half health right now.
He got tagged. He got tagged up. He laid down, and P-Dog got across without anybody seeing. And then he was able to get Paco off of time, or he was just able to make a play here. He's able to stay alive, get him off of time, and then he plays on point, and he gets another one here as well. And then right there, I'm surprised right here that Paco didn't call out P-Dog to the right, right?
Yeah.
Because like Kismet gets on hill, and look, he's like lost. He's like,
I'm surprised he didn't hop on the barrel right there and just like look at the hill, like look over the fence.
right. Like this is a big trade here. Like if Bulldog wins this trade, it's anybody's game now going back to P1.
Yeah.
And it was maybe a miscomm there. Maybe a miscomm for sure.
I was going to say, in relation to this setup, breaking this hill and P2 are infinitely easier whenever you get control of the dumpster. Because the dumpster is like a really godlike head glitch that counteracts and basically makes the guy that is top P2 or in P2 hill, whatever, basically useless. Like the guy top P2 is going to always have a very hard time killing him. And that's like where New York went wrong. They didn't have anyone denying dumpster control. So if you'll notice, when you go back and watch it, you'll see the Boston player. He gets on the dumpster. He backs Dante down. That opens up that entire side of the map. That dumpster, you need to deny like
the guy in hill needs to be almost holding it.
Yeah, either the guy in hill needs to be like angled for, or somebody needs to be playing tight on it to basically deny control of it.
There's a lot of places on that hill too. Sorry to cut you off, Chris, but there's a lot of places that they can play on that hill. That you can look. A lot of different graddy spots. But go ahead.
It's more so just that the dumpster denying control of the dumpster. It just makes it so the guy top P2 can rain hell on everybody. But as soon as somebody gets on the dumpster and head glitches you, like you cannot peek that window. You're just gonna get nuked.
Yeah. No, I agree. And then another play here was in the search and destroy. This was the final round here. Boston looking to push this to another round here, 5-3, and I don't even know what happened. Like Boston has the numbers. It's a 4v3. Snoopy gets another kill, and they make it a 3v2. Kismet's able to even things out, and they just hop on a bomb with 20 seconds left. The Bulldog hops it. He gets on a bomb. There's no angles of it. And I wanted to ask you guys, because I know Sam, you were talking about it. The plant spots. People aren't planning in the right spots, it feels. Like I feel like people don't have a post plant setup. Like they don't know where to go after they're planting. Like there's so many different ways you can plant the bomb and see it from so many different angles and shit like that. I'm just surprised that some of these teams aren't planting it in better spots and that they haven't.
I think it's just the trade-off of when you plant it safe behind the bus where Kiz is diffusing right now, you guarantee the plant. You're gonna get the plant every time. And teams are just playing around the fact that they trust their post plant, like crosses, info, whatever, as opposed to using the bomb to like deny the diffuse, if that makes sense. So like when you plant safe and you're backing up into red, you have to take the one in order to check the bomb. The only way you can reliably check the bomb when it's planted safe is to go through the window right there or like sprint through the bus. So if you're going to check the bomb, your life is on the line. Whereas if you plant safe with whatever info or whatever map control you have, obviously just throw shoulders, hide in corner, and play the clutch, whatever. Which is the reason that both of these rounds, they kind of unfolded in a similar way. But when I think the round that New York ended up planting A, when they had cleared red and Dante jumped out to go plant the bomb, I would have liked to see them plant on the left side so you can actually hold red and just like play post plant a little bit better instead of committing to the actual bomb check.
I don't know why it took them so long either. I think at that point, like with the timing on the clock, the information given, like they're at the point in the round where they have no choice but to defuse. If not, like they're going to lose the round because there's just so many spots they have to check. You're just kind of gambling, and I think they just Priesta kind of hesitated. I think that's a little bit of hindsight, but yeah. In terms of like what you were saying with the bomb, Sam, like it's just you have planning safe is just
you're just guaranteed
every time, exactly.
Yeah.
But like I feel like you always have to have a guy playing ticket if you're gonna like plant safe and just being the first guy to get contact on that point. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we go into the S&D. Boston's trying to push a round 11 here. You can see Snoopy. Somehow he just falls off the map. I don't know what happened there. He tries to do the low jump, I think, over here on the outskirts of the map, and I think he just slipped off. You can see him on a mini map. I know the outskirt wall run that he's trying to do. I just don't know what happened there. I don't know how he fell. And I don't think they showed it. Did they show it from his POV after the match? I don't know if they showed it.
It's a whoopsie from Snoopy.
Yeah, it's a whoopsie doopsie from Snoopy there. And then you can see the retake just comes in from New York here, and they're able to close this game. I mean, I thought we were going to a round 11 with the way the game was playing out. And
He
then
bounced
this is where
off a random
Capsule
ledge jumping across. is what he said.
Capsule almost does this. Take a look at this. 2-piece. Gets the third. Hydra's deep right now. He's far from the bomb site. Like, Capsule gets 2. If he gets this kill here and goes into the site after finding this kill, or goes back to where he came from, or turns around and goes helipad or something. I mean, listen, this is
Literally anything other than what he did.
Anything
Yeah.
other than run left. Now, granted, he doesn't know where Paco is.
Yeah.
But it was just
This was almost
really
unbelievable.
good effort coming in from Capsule here. I thought for a second here he was gonna actually do this and clutch a 1v4 bomb down in like 30 seconds. That would have been insane.
Troy said I would have spawned in round 11 if we lost that.
Yeah, nah, Troy Sender.
Whipping the control out of a player's hand.
Troy, be honest. What was your mindset like after that happened? When 3 go down and Paco's last up, you know Troy and D-Real were shitting their pants in the coaching booth. You know they were shitting themselves, bro.
They were jumping up and down when Snoopy fell off, and then they started tweaking 4 seconds later.
What I'll say while Troy tops his responses is what you're just going to live with Boston. You're going to get a lot of really dynamic plays out of Snoop and Cap, but you're also going to get sometimes questionable decision making. I mean, you saw it in that round. So it's just kind of how it's going to be for Boston, and hopefully it all nets out positive at an event and they actually win one this year.
Pat, any final thoughts on the series between the New York Subliners and the Boston Breach?
No, but
Okay.
I am interested now because this did guarantee them a loser bracket spot, right? If they would have won it could have been interesting. So, that loser bracket with Breach down there. I know we'll get into the bracket later, but
The opponent that they're going to get is interesting. So we'll get to that.
They play up to their opponents. I'm going to give Breach their flowers. They have been giving the top 4 teams a run for their money lately. So
Yeah,
shout out to them.
they definitely have. Let's move on to the next series. This is the one everybody's been waiting for. We have yes, Pat.
Oh, no, go ahead.
You sure, Pat?
Yeah, go ahead.
He's got some,
I'll go after.
bro. He's got some.
No, I just got a question.
Okay. We have Atlanta Faze going up against Optic Texas. This one ended in a 3-0 sweep for Atlanta Faze. We know Optic has gave Faze trouble in the past, but this year things have changed and Atlanta Faze come out and win. Well, it is the first time they're meeting, but Atlanta Faze come out and they win 3-0. So finally, has the curse been broken? Has it been broken, guys?
Yeah, Optic's won like 11 of the last 12 in this matchup. Something crazy, but Pat, I assume you have a question you want to ask.
No, I saw something and I didn't have an answer for it. Do you guys know why they capitalized T in Optic?
No.
I've been thinking that, like,
That's
I'm just going off what I heard.
That's always how they spelt it.
because they're fucking terrible, Tom. 3-0?
3-0.
3-0?
3-0, Pat. 3-0, man. Pat, we'll let you start things off. Take a look at the stat sheet. What are your immediate thoughts?
Damn.
They're on 80 ping, Pat.
Yeah. Quad Texas. Yeah. I mean, I thought, this for me personally, Tom, I thought we were going to have a redemption series at a TikToksy. And unfortunately, we did not.
He almost had.
No, they were pinging. They were pinging a little fugazi. There definitely some problems today in the server. Definitely some problems.
Yeah, no, I believe it. I don't think it would have changed anything. But
yeah, they said that as well. Kenny said it wouldn't have changed nothing.
Yeah, but I was hoping at least, regardless of me pulling for Faze, I was at least hoping to see a bounce back out of Shotzi. I've been pretty hard on him so far. And this is kind of like, coming in against arguably the most talented roster. Like, I wanted to see him pop off, right? Unfortunately, we did not. We saw, another 0.75, whatever, bad showing from him. So I don't know what to think with this Optic squad. The superstars aren't being superstars, and that's just not going to work when you're going up with this talent that's on the Atlanta FaZe squad.
Here's what I'll say, Pat. I think maps. You look at how map 1 ended, right? And we'll probably watch the clip. Like it went down to the P4. You see the S&Ds, phases, defensive execution, rotations, ability to get info, and in the control, how to handle, the situations where you might be able to bleed their team in lines, but you got to stop the clock and play around the hill. All of that and the way FaZe play, I think, is a result of their hard work they put in. I think for Optic, they are a little bit behind at FaZe in Toronto. I think they're talented teams, but it's clear in series like this that the lack of experience and that they've had so far in this game is really hurting them.
What were you telling me about the break during over like the holidays, Ben? Who didn't take much time off and who did?
LAG and FaZe didn't take like any time off at all.
And Miami, also.
Some people were talking about that because I guess Optic took time off, but I mean,
yeah, AG was in Australia for a little while, I believe. I don't remember the exact day, but they were one of the later teams to pick up the game.
I think I saw a quote from Crowder too. He said like FaZe's practice has been the best it's ever been this year. I think it's I think we're seeing that.
Like Sam, you team with draws, like how's his practice?
Just pure passion, bro.
Yeah,
it's literally every day. He wants to beat the fuck out of everyone and improve every day.
And
it's like it's a contagious thing to have on your team.
And that trio has been together now for fucking 5 years, so they've got their shit drilled down to a science and how they want to practice. Right? They've solved all the side issues. They're a hunkered down professional team, and I think that's what this Optic team has to work on. Like you want to act like your MJ, you want to act like LeBron, where you got to work as hard as those guys. And I think right now that's a lesson they need to learn because they're falling behind these series based on I think just not having enough reps in the game.
Wait, hold on. I get the LeBron one, but which one is the MJ one?
MJ and LeBron, bro. There's a reason those guys are good.
No. I'm saying the Optic reference. I understand who like the Pred LeBron references, but who is the MJ reference on Optic?
It's not a specific.
Oh, okay.
I think
okay. I was just wondering.
People
caught me off guard there.
Ben's Japanese.
People want a champagne and campaign, but like in order to do that, you gotta put in the work first. That's what Optic team's got to work on.
I wonder what it could be because I just feel like these guys are like. You could take this version of Optic that they've been playing now and like the version of Optic at the beginning of the game, and I feel like they have like not improved like in any way. I feel like they've been the same team like the whole stage, like in terms of like their like how well they played the game, like the map pools that they're playing, et cetera, et cetera. Well, you look at like even Atlanta FaZe, I feel like they've gotten better. Toronto obviously has gotten better.
Optic just can't put together like a whole map. They have like a couple like 3 hills where you're like, okay, like the beginning of the first map, for example, they were fucking frying. They were getting every kill, every trade. They were on the same page. And then you have a skid in the middle of the map where you're just like, what the fuck is happening? They just can't beginning, middle, end in respawn right now.
They need
against the better teams, you're fucked.
They need like a regain button in the, like during the map.
Yeah, they just need like a solid reset.
Yeah,
they seem very staggered when things aren't going well.
Yeah, it makes sense though. If you look at the team, like a couple players on their team, like they get very streaky. They start like just like over aggressing, and then potentially that could just like lead to spiraling out. As the game progresses.
So they came out of the first map fucking shooting. They were slamming the first like 3 hills.
They started hot. They started
very
hot
in the first half.
But then the second rotation happens. FaZe gets the P5 Palace Hill. They kill it close. Optic gets P1. FaZe gets P2. FaZe gets P3. The P4 is a mix, and Optic flipped themselves out. And then it's GG's because Shotzi almost makes like the play of the fucking season on P5.
That would have been one of the best plays I've ever seen if it worked.
An insane individual play, but at the end of the day, FaZe played the map better. They held rotation at the end, and we know how it goes. The old Palace on Invasion, you're probably going to win. So
solid attempt.
FaZe also broke Optic on Palace in this map as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if Ant would have done this, I see the idea. You can see him on a mini map. He sneaks through 7. That's going to be Simp, and then he tries to go up the stairs here, and then he also tries sneaking through MC. The only problem is he slid with no. Did he have Daddy Pop? Or maybe he had Daddy Pop. No, he had Daddy Pop.
No, it's working towards Daddy right now.
Honestly, I think Cell just ended up like turning his
it was Pop.
The thing is though,
I thought he heard him.
Would killing MC not have been a bad play too? I know it's hindsight, but like
I was gonna say in reality, number 1 and 2, or number 1 and Shotzi should have kind of worked together, because I'm assuming number 1 either gets shot at here by number 7, or they probably already knew this guy would probably be here. Yeah, number 7 and number 1 shoots at him. Obviously, Shotzi's already passed there, but yeah, if he kills Cell and then obviously kills that guy off the tank, like they just create such an opening. Number 1 gets here, and then they probably collapse on
Listen,
Hill.
if you
Bell would have spawned out too, no?
If you rewind this clip like 30, 40 seconds, they're probably counting players. They probably thought someone got.
They could have definitely counted as well. They could have definitely counted.
They kill the whole Optic team at one point, and they're like, "Well, we haven't seen Ant's name in a while, so he's got to be lurking somewhere."
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably get the comms too. I know Atlanta FaZe likes to upload the comms to these matches. It'd be cool to get the comms from this game. But you're right, Ben, because they get a couple kills here. I mean, I'm sure. I feel like it was just too quiet. It was very quiet. The MC probably just felt something. He felt a little tingle or something. Felt like somebody was on.
Dude, that sucks, man. 'cause
You guys know what I mean, though. You get
Yeah,
that feeling
you
when you're
could-
playing.
you could tell when you're like,
feel
something
it. You
ain't
can
right.
feel when something's
Yeah.
not right, when somebody's on you or somebody's missing. You get the tingle. Or he heard him. I don't know. He could have heard him as well.
Someone's on you and you
Which
get the
guys,
fucking
I
tingle.
will also like to say, you can sound whore guys without having sound EQ on.
No one has EQ on chat.
COD is
Stop
very
coping.
loud. COD is very loud, guys. It is very loud.
Yeah,
can-
if you
can hear
crank your
things.
headphones, you can hear in this game. Like it's the way dead silence sounds whenever you hear people. It sounds like keychains jingling next to you. It's actually so weird.
Yeah, and then there's also this other play here from Faze. I thought this was a big break for Atlanta Faze. I mean, this is where Optic could really put the nail in the coffin here and just held a full 60 on Palace. But they have them getting broken here. It starts with Simp with a great win there. He hits Kenny with the drop shot there, wins one. Abe finds another one. Then Simp rips another one off the head glitch. And then you can see that's the collapse there from Optic. So just a really good individual play, in my opinion, from Simp. And I thought Simp and Abe worked that streak
Damn.
flawlessly.
Can you back it up, Tom? Because I think I'm very curious on the timing on this. Like, if they're calling out to Bruce when he chows the wall, are they just starting to spawn out then? Because like I can't tell if they had the comm already. That's like, hey, chill. No, they haven't come up yet. Yeah, like if the timings had happened a little bit quicker and they were like, yo, we're spawning out, he probably plays that differently.
But
Plays life a little more.
the reason why I don't like this setup from Optic, and I mean, you guys can let me know if you agree with me or not. I don't think they're in positions where they can help each other. I
Well,
think,
AG's already out of the play.
I
He
think
died.
AG is way too far out of the play.
Well,
I don't know.
He just spawned. He just spawned there.
Right. But, in terms of they got to play around AG spawning out. But look at what
Yeah,
AG does though when he spawns there. Look what he does after the fact. I don't like how AG challenges this instead of just playing. Like I feel like he could just hide here and let them run right by him. Like just play.
Yeah, if he cuts this lane of the map and lets his three teammates hold middle and right, yeah.
Exactly. AG goes, I spawn left. Boom. I have left. Like I have this, right? And then after that, all of his teammates don't need to look there. They can just look focus mid. The guy in the hill can get an off angle. He can look mid. This guy over here is here. The biggest problem here, and I think Kenny, I don't think he should be this wide on the street chowing. I think he should be on the tank, forcing Faze to OE and have to chow him on a head glitch, because then also Faze OE's there. You have number 4 right there, Dashy, who can turn and help them, and they can crossfire with each other and work with each other. Say nobody goes street from Atlanta Faze and they try hitting mid, then Kenny's on the tank to help Dashy mid, right? Like kind of working with each other there, making sure that no matter where the Faze guys goes, like there's eyes everywhere, and you can pretty much crossfire and put these guys in a blender. But you can see AG, he overchows deep B bomb site. And then Kenny's too deep on the street. He falls. And now Dashy's in a bad situation here. Now Dashy's by himself in court. Middle, right, left, it's all open. He's by himself. He tries to make a hero play, tries to get up, catch one slipping. Simp hits good shots. And shots, he's alone on the hill by himself. He's all by himself. He can't do anything. And they get broken. And this could have been a full 60 from Optic. So I thought that was a big mistake from Optic. I think if they tighten up the setup there on Palace, they probably would have held that. I think if they had better teamwork there, they would have held it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, but Simp is also godlike. The fact that he was able to rip Kenny off that white wall while he was one shot, and then just run around the corner and kill Dashy off that head. It's fucking nuts, bro. Like, yeah. Regardless, great teamwork, bad positioning out of Optic, but dude, Simp is fucking heme, bro. Like, there's no way he's winning those fights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no good plays. And if you were, unless you guys had any other setup that you think could work, or any other scenario here that you think could play out, unless you guys just completely agree with me.
No, I think AG, it's exactly what you said. I think AG just has to. He gets a blessed spawn on the left. He should have just like hit in a corner, guaranteed that info on the left side of the map, and then just told his teammates they just cannot be here. Focus mid right and work together.
Yeah.
Honestly, like if we're actually gonna nitpick the clip, once 2 teammates die, Brandon should have just ran back Palace and hit
Play
the
his
corner.
life.
Yeah.
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 There's
I mean, we're
actually-
actually gonna nitpick it. That's what should have happened.
There's a
but-
cut, so there's a super tight setup that you can do on that hill. Let's say the guy in hill, that's like obviously if they're all coming from the right, the guy in hill's watching the ladder from that window. You saw Dash, or I don't know whoever it was looking through it, right?
Mhm.
The second guy, what he does is he backs up onto the stairs that go towards top American, top sandbags, whatever you want to call it, and he just watches the courtyard cross, right? So if he's on those stairs, he not only has the close push if they try to go up the stairs, he has the cross to courtyard if they try to go towards windows, and he could see through like the wall gap if they try to go through the front side of the wall. So you can essentially lock down the whole right side of the hill from just holding the staircase by the sandbags.
You just gotta play. They just gotta play tighter and play crosses, and they can play those crosses from a million different spots. you know, and they were too stagnant. They were too separated, and it ended up hurting them.
Mm-hmm.
Few other clips to show. Thought this was a great round from Abizi in the search. He got an ace here, and I just love Abizi doing Abizi things. You can see him by himself in the middle of the map, just going rogue, and he was able to find one onto AG. And then skipping through. Again, here, just no coordination from Optic here. Like, Abizi gets the ace, but look at how, like, Optic plays it. Like, Shotzzy just kind of jumps out to the site by himself. Like, he just jumps out. Nobody's here with him. I feel like they weren't really working things together. Like, if anything, like, Ant should just give it a second and maybe just wait for one of his teammates to come help him. But there he goes. I mean, look at when he's jumping out. Look at what his other two teammates are doing, right? Just, like, they're just on different pages. On different pages, they're not really playing with each other. Shotzzy dies, he drops the bomb.
Well, the only one who was in the playtime was number 4, but he had squared up with Simp, and they backed each other down like it classically happens in that situation. But I agree with you.
But yeah, but there's 42 seconds on the clock. Like, Ant doesn't need to jump out yet. You know, like there's time. Like, I just want to see Optic. They got to work the map more together. They have to do things together.
I mean, they could have also been trying to sell the B push as well, because both of his teammates were trying to, like, I'm assuming they were throwing tax and, like, being aggressive B side. Maybe Ant just thought that he had his timing to get out to A with, like, rotations or how the map was working and being down numbers.
But if
That's
you're
what I
down,
probably think
if you're
happened,
down numbers though, like, I don't think a good team will fall for that. Like, if you're down, like,
I mean,
like a good team's
definitely
just gonna
not,
hold
but
their lane.
you got to make a play when you're down. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, 100%. They're probably just trying to make something happen.
Yeah.
I mean, do you disagree, Sin? Do you think do you like the play Shotzzy made or the play that they made there? I mean, what would you have done in this situation? 3v4 for Optic Texas. I mean, they tried on a first blood.
They tried working the map. I think Ben brought it up earlier. Faze's defense just in S&D across the board is like the most disciplined that I've seen. Like, they've lost what was it been 2 number situations across the season so far on defense. Like, if they get a blood, they're not losing the round. So while I do, like, it looks like Shotzi's just fucking selling, I understand that, like, sometimes when you're playing a team that's this disciplined, you need to take risks. And this, I mean, don't get me wrong, fucking jumping out of the door, probably not the best approach to the actual play itself.
Yeah.
But I don't hate the risk. Like, you're already down. You need to do something. I don't hate it.
Yeah. That's
and like I said, his teammates will also be.
That's when you get the green light. I mean, being a player who used to get yelled at for trying to make too many plays, one thing that I was always told is,
who's yelling at you?
Crowder used to fucking he used to yell. I used to do stupid shit, Slay, flipping spawns, fucking getting blooded. I
hated the spawn flippers, Tom.
You know what I mean? But I learned as I went on in my career, Slay. I learned as I got older. But
we're still waiting on Optic to learn. But yeah, that's like one of the biggest things is, like, if you are down to round, that does give you the green light to maybe try and make something happen. And
you just gotta do something.
And then another round, I just thought, listen, this is a very small thing, but I think it was interesting. Simp, the way that he comes around the corner here on the B bomb site. So AG, he's playing on the site by himself, and he's kind of playing like a hard angle here. He's just playing for somebody to slide into him, basically. But Simp takes it from wide and shoots him in the back. I just thought it was a good play. I'm surprised AG was playing it like that. I don't mind him being here, but he is by himself, and he's kind of in like he's kind of playing like a one and done spot.
I mean, it's kind of a classic AG spot, though, if you've seen him play a lot.
Laying
He
down.
loves to lay down off angles, but yeah, it's just, I mean, a lot of people normally slide to that close corner, but I really like him doing that. And then somehow Tommy doesn't die here.
Well, he stays alive. He gets off the bomb and is able to reposition himself and buy some more time. It was a really good play from Simp, the way that they just worked up the street and were able to get this round. This was a big round here because instead of this going 4-4, this ended up going 5-3. I just thought it was a big swing round. Love the play from Simp. They got aggressive on a B site. Not sure if I like AG playing on the site by himself. Just kind of.
I think it was just a process of elimination thing, because you see in the clip you see Chris jump up on the tank. If you don't get shot at, there's no one on the fucking barrier, and you can see red names through the fucking tractor thing on the site. So he's like, he's gotta be in the corner.
I know people do this shit in like wagers and ranked and shit. Like, everyone's like, oh, I can see if he crosses to forklift. So I'm gonna assume they probably saw him cross towards that right side of the map. If they peek the street and he's not shooting at them from the forklift, well, he's probably Coop, and Simp's probably been hit with that same angle.
Process
before,
of elimination.
Sure,
if you don't see shit, there's got to be somewhere.
It's got to be there somewhere. It's not like he's gonna disappear.
Yeah. And then other than that, I mean, the control was kind of Faze just outslaying him. Just a lot of kills.
I think Faze finally broke the Optic fans. I saw something in chat. I got to bring it up on screen.
You saw something? What did you?
Yeah, I took a screenshot.
You screenshotted it? Oh man.
Yeah, you can see it, Tom.
Read
You
it.
can see it.
Read it out loud.
Oh, you want me to read it? Okay. Jake Scrivener. He says, take FaZe out the league, and it would be funner to watch. Funner. FaZe is just too consistent, makes it boring.
They're too good. Get the fuck out.
Funner.
That's bad.
I don't know if that's a word, but we get the vibe, I guess.
And then this was the map 3 control, and you could just see. Actually, wrong screen, but you guys can see here the stat sheet. This is the map 3 here. This is kind of how the map 3 kind of played out. It was just a good series overall for Atlanta FaZe. I think they've struggled with Optic in the past. Optic has always had Atlanta FaZe's number. Today, finally, Atlanta FaZe was able to get the dub. I mean, guys, any other thoughts on Atlanta FaZe going up against Optic? I thought FaZe looked really good today. One person to gas is MC. I mean, a 1.56. He continues to do. I feel like at this point, people are just, it's normal for him. Yeah, it's the norm for him to just go out and just and do what he does. So it's just been really good gameplay from Atlanta FaZe. And Pat, I didn't know that. I didn't know that this is the first time they were 7-0 or something. What was the
In
stat?
a stage 1, yeah, 7. They started out flawless in a stage 1.
Yeah, actually, I didn't know that. So Atlanta FaZe, man, they're looking really good. As a FaZe fan, I'm happy. And these guys are going nuts, man. They're going nuts. They're showing out. Guys, any final thoughts on Atlanta FaZe and Optic Texas?
I think for FaZe, I think they've done a really good job of playing as many maps as possible. This online stage is the only map they haven't played is Terminal Search, but I don't really expect them to play Terminal S&D in a real match. They should just play any other S&D map because they're really good at it. I think on the Optic side, it's like what little work can you do over the next couple of days before you fly out on Tuesday for Boston to catch up to teams like Toronto and FaZe that are ahead of them.
I have a question.
I think Optic still got a chance to get a rematch against Miami in the bracket, and I find it hard to believe that Miami's going to beat them twice. But
Are we going to do a bracket show, or are we going to talk about the matchups?
we'll talk about it now.
Okay. We can just do the round 1. I have a question, though.
Yeah.
From the stage 1 online portion, who's your guys' MVP so far? From everything we've seen in December and January.
Simp.
Or
Big
Cell.
one online.
Or MC.
Cell's fucking.
Nah, MC's been good, but I think it's Simp.
I mean, Simp's like.
I mean, does
Yeah.
it have to be
Quintessential
somebody?
pick.
Does it have to be somebody on FaZe?
No, it could be
other-
whoever you
like-
want.
No,
Could
whoever
be
you want,
someone
Chris.
from
Honestly,
Toronto, too.
I'd almost say Sib because I think with the Sib's the amount
He's
of
been
like
good too, yeah.
kills he's got, damage, all that stuff, and like how close the series are that New York play.
Yeah.
I want to say if he's not doing that, they probably lose a couple more series.
Yeah, I
Could
don't.
be wrong though.
Has Sid been
Fair.
as consistent as Simp?
Probably, I don't know. I don't know about consistent. I think
Sim
I've
kind of
seen
played poorly against
Sim's had
Toronto.
some stinkers, but I'm talking about just in terms of like how important he's been for his team. I'd probably give it to Sib, but in terms of just like a raw everything, yeah, probably Simp or Cell.
FaZe didn't play Toronto, it's Sam.
No, I'm talking.
He
He
said
said Sib.
Dante.
Yeah.
Oh, Dante. my bad.
Yeah. If I were talking about FaZe, I'd probably give it to Simp or Cell.
Yeah, I just think Simp's consistency, the whole stage has just
Yeah.
been
How about you,
insane.
Pat?
My MVP?
So far.
This is tough.
Honorable mention to Insight, by the way. Just gonna throw that
Yeah,
out there.
Jamie Cribbin's been good.
Who is he, Slay?
I'm thinking.
You really that struck, huh? You really don't know?
You got to come back to me, Tom.
Okay, Slay. We'll come back, Pat. We'll come back. Let's take a
Crunching
look
numbers right now.
at some matches. We also got the FaZe Black Grand Final starting. I know the Challengers Cup is going on, and the Grand Finals is starting in about 10, 15
Who are they-
minutes. So
Who are they playing against? You know?
nope, not too sure. Not sure at all.
They're playing they're playing Convoy.
That's
Oh,
I don't know.
they're not playing Convoy. They're playing Lunars and Cruzy and them.
Yeah.
Oh,
of
they're
course,
good.
that's-
Those guys
that
are
makes
good.
sense.
I did see something that I thought was pretty bad, though, that I'm going to bring up now on screen.
Okay, what is it, Pat?
And take me a second. Let me just put.
And these are
That's
some of the
what it
matchups.
means.
These are some of the matchups. Optics getting Miami first round.
That's
It-
dangerous, bro.
That is dangerous. That is very dangerous. I
That's
feel like
dangerous.
feel like you do not want Miami first round at the
That's
event.
probably the most ideal matchup you could probably get right now if you are a like upset
Non-top
team
four
playing
team.
a non-top four or a top
Yeah.
four team.
All right, I got it. I'm gonna bring it.
All right, Pat, let's
That's
see
that's
it.
the
shit.
bottom 10 KDs.
Okay.
God, fellow.
And
God damn it, fellow.
hey, man, listen.
Oh, you
hey,
can't even see the
listen,
bottom.
bro,
Let me
he's
fix
look,
that for
look,
you.
Bro, he's good, bro. Tyler Fellow's gonna bounce back. He's gonna bounce back. It's
I'm not
fine.
saying I like Fellow. I'm just saying like it is kind of.
Is that the screenshot that I sent the other day, Pat?
Yeah. It's the one you sent in the update.
Mm.
But it is kind of crazy that like it's the exact same.
Yeah, that is kind
Yeah.
of crazy. That is crazy that it's the same shit.
Hey,
but
Clay took himself out of there. Throw some respect.
Yeah,
Clay
Lamar
took himself
improved.
out of there.
Yeah, let's look at who improved.
Lamar
That-
took himself out.
Yeah,
Wake.
Lamar went up a little bit.
mm-hmm.
Wake
Last
went
two
up.
series, Lamar
Wake
played
went
good.
down.
Yo,
Wake went
all
down.
of LAT is in it. Fuck me.
Yeah, Afro
The whole
joined.
roster
Afro
is in there.
joined.
Afro
Fuck
joy.
me,
Afro
dude.
joined the party.
The whole
Oh,
fucking
Jesus
team's in
Christ.
there.
Oh, Jesus fuck.
Purge stay. Hey, consistency.
It's the red carpet, bro. God damn it.
Hate looking at the red carpet. Can't even look at it. Can't even fucking look at it. Let's go. Let's do some predictions. Atlanta Faze goes up against LAG. We have Minnesota Rocker going up against New York Subliners. Seattle Surge versus Toronto Ultra. And then Optic Texas going up against Miami. These are the first round
flashbang the
matchups.
fuck out of me.
Yeah, no, it's bright as fuck. I'm actually gonna take it off the screen here soon because it is bright.
You should probably
Matches
just bring
3
up
and
the
4 are
breaking
gonna
point
hit
bracket.
like that good shit.
Is there a
Here.
bracket? Is there a
Yeah,
bracket?
I'll
Yeah,
make it in
bracket.
TeamSpeak for you, Tom.
Where you put in the Flank Production chat, Slay.
All right, I can do that one too.
Yeah, put it in there. We'll take a look.
Bang, it's right there.
First match is
match-
snooze.
Yeah, I mean,
User.
they
Thanks,
played a
Pat.
few weeks ago, and I think FaZe kind of maybe played LG on some of their better maps, but yeah, I think FaZe probably gets it done. Does anyone have LG in this group? I don't think so.
No, I got Atlanta Faze in that one.
The next one could be good.
And then we got the New York Subliners going up against Minnesota Rocker. I think that can be a really good match. I personally have New York in that one, but I can
could be a
see
sleeper
I can
series.
see Minnesota maybe stealing this one and maybe getting the upset. I mean, it's an upset if Minnesota wins
I
here.
want to say you're right, but like Minnesota, like a couple of the players on that team have traditionally not been as good on LAN as they usually play online.
Wait, who?
Who?
I'm not doing that.
Dude, we don't
Who?
do that. Some players shit, Chris. This is the flank. This is unfiltered.
Subliners probably
Who?
takes that one. For sure.
Who?
At them.
Yo, mama.
Wait, who is the player that doesn't perform on LAN?
Oh, I mean, Wake literally loves ZQ apparently.
Okay, that's one. That's one. Who's the other? You said some, multiple. Who's the other?
Oh, chill, dude.
Wait, okay, we got Lamar, Linz, and
Oh, man.
oh my God, who's there?
Prosperana,
Vivid. Jesus.
I'm gonna leave that one up for you for interpretation.
Jesus Christ.
We're
I
back.
will say, though,
we're back.
I do have New York winning that. But if Minnesota continues their map 1 prowess, and if they win a map 4 for the first time this year, we might, I don't know. Because I think the S&Ds will not be close, if we're being honest. I think they are gapped right there.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. We'll see.
That's
Could be
where
weird.
I'm going. That's where I'm going with this. Like respawn, Rocker have a good chance because I think New York's respawn is still a work in progress. But S&Ds, and I think they played. Didn't they play a couple weeks ago? And like, I don't think the S&D was very close. Like, I think if anything, this is one of those round 1 Mixie goes to map 5 and New York like close it out type series.
I
That
disagree.
works. That
I
works.
disagree. I think this is going to be
1 second.
an absolute smacking at the subliners. I think
Masterclass.
every player on the subliners get better on LAN. I think they have the experience on LAN. I think Kismet plays a lot better on LAN. So for me, and obviously Hydra like steps it up. So for me, I'm going to go with subliners' dominant performance, both respawns and S&D.
Like that. 3-0. Dude, the next one, the Toronto Seattle series.
Are we forgetting the Bulldog on LAN?
I'm not picking Minnesota to win the series. I'm saying it
Yeah, I
could be
don't
more
think
interesting than
anyone's
we are
picking
giving
Minnesota.
credit
Yeah,
to.
but like we're talking about respawn on LAN, and we're talking about the 99 Kiz Bulldog.
Yeah, but we also got to factor in like it's the first land matches for some of these teams. Like the first match could be like I have
a little
no.
jittery.
I'm not worried about New York winning this series. I'm just saying like
Could be more interesting
New
than we
York's
think it will
vulnerability
be.
and respawn we see online could maybe open the door for Rocket to make this series interesting. I still think New York will win though.
These last 2 series though, the Seattle Toronto series and fucking Miami Optic.
So what you guys want to talk about first? You want to do?
Yeah,
Toronto
we'll do
first?
an order. We'll do Toronto. I think
All right,
Toronto's.
so
I think they're. I mean, I think they fucking. Maybe
Mollywop.
not slam, but I think they slam a little bit.
So they
Mollywop.
played, so we have a lot of we have a lot of bro. If you think about it,
That's
we
crazy.
have all 4 of these are rematches. FaZe and LAG played. Miami and Optic played. Toronto and Seattle played. New York and Rocker played. So
Yeah.
when they played originally, Seattle got fucking choke slammed in 20 minutes. in this series.
Obliterated.
And I think the problem for Seattle in this series is they're not a good respawn team. And, maybe they take a search off of Toronto, but I mean, Toronto's going to beat them at 3 and 4, and it's going to be a 3-1. So,
Yeah, I got Toronto in this series as well. I definitely think Toronto's going to edge them out, and it wasn't pretty the first time they met. So I just think Toronto's looked insane in their match. They've looked really, really good. They're a strong
Yeah,
team.
I mean they're the best respawn team right now, like bar none. I think.
Yeah.
Other than like, man, FaZe is very good,
Them
but
and
Toronto
FaZe,
just
yeah.
yeah, Toronto looks unbelievable, and that's Seattle's weakness. So
And then we got Optic in Miami. Did you guys do this when I was got
We
up?
have not.
Optic Texas going up against Miami.
Hey, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I actually think we're gonna get that round 1 cheese here, Tom. I think Heretics are gonna come out with the Vamos. We've seen it before, especially at first events where like this round 1 cheese can come out. Teams are just hot round 1. I think we're gonna see a 3-1 Heretics upset here.
3-1 Heretics.
I'm gonna take Optic winning the control.
Okay.
I'm gonna take.
Okay. Sam, who do you got?
I'm gonna take Miami. I think Miami wins.
I was gonna go with Miami as well.
I think Miami wins this, man.
I feel like Miami's looked really good, bro.
They just look really fucking good, man.
They've looked great.
They look really fucking good.
They just look like they're
Wait, hold on, I need to
well-oiled
address
and
something.
structured, and
Sorry
their
to
teamwork's been on
upset.
point. Their teamwork's just been really good.
I need to address the chat here, Tom, because everyone, I know it was on the Scumps show as well.
What?
We're talking about like, is Heretics beating Optic an upset? Absolutely, it's an upset.
We are
Optic-
coping if we don't think that was an
Optic
upset. Like
has
unreal cope.
4 star players on their team.
Oh, so you are being Shotzi superstar.
No, star, not superstar, star. 4 star players on their team. I never denied
Magic.
Shotzi was a star.
Not a staircase on a
absolutely
ledge, not a
star.
staircase.
He's just not a superstar. They also are probably the highest paid team in the league. They made this team to get the best talent possible under this organization. Miami is probably the least paid team in the league, if not bottom 3. Anytime there's that big of a disparity in talent, just general talent, and Miami is playing as a better team and beats them, it's 1,000% an upset.
Yeah,
no matter what. Regardless if Miami currently has a better record or a worse record in the league,
Nah, it's an upset.
this matchup is an upset if they lose. Period.
Yeah.
It's an upset.
Yeah, you're not supposed to win that if you're Miami, if you're playing against Optic. That being said, I also got Miami, and also Pat said Optic's gonna take the control. Listen, Miami's the best control team in the game.
But that's why I said first day cheese.
First day cheese. He's picking the control victory
Do you
for
guys
Optic.
remember the what major was it last time that Boston beat them and Beans had like 15 game 5 or whatever it was? It was in MW2.
I think it was Beans' first.
Yeah, it's just like
event.
first thing
So it
ever,
would've
and
been
he like
major what?
1.6.
3?
Yeah, this is Miami's like
Was that major 3?
most of their players first land in a few years, like pro land. So I'm gonna go with the day 1 cheese here.
This is a scammer's game, bro, and I think Miami has just been playing really good fundamentally, and they got a couple people on there that are sleepers, bro. Metals, he's got like
He
I
ain't
think
sleeper,
Javi,
bro. That guy's godlike.
well, you know what I mean, but Javi's also sleeper, bro. People were questioning him going to an AR.
He's been really good on the
obviously
AR.
swapped the roster. He's been playing good, plays super disciplined. He's been putting up some decent numbers, but I think I don't know. Miami's
Who you got,
good as
Benjay?
fuck.
Y'all picking Miami. I'll take Optic in this one. I think it's gonna be sketchy. I think it's gonna go to game 5, and I think Optic will grind it out, but I think they're gonna play like B- B+ COD, somewhere between that. Not be the cleanest series, and they're gonna have to rematch Faze, and they'll probably get fucking slammed. So
You think Miami continues this teamwork and this rhythm that they have, this momentum? You think they continue that on LAN, or do you think that
No.
on LAN is going to change?
they get absolutely slammed in winners round 2.
I think everybody gets slammed in winners round 2. To be fair, if they're playing Phase, I don't think that's a
just-
Miami. Not like
Does
you know what I mean?
anyone in
They're
this
just getting shut
call not think that we're probably gonna have a Faze Toronto winners final, grand final?
That's what I think.
I mean, it
I'm
should match
thinking
up
that.
that
It
way
should be.
talent-wise, but like at the end of the day, with the way brackets work and stuff like that, maybe an upset here or there could be a world where we see another team.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't sleep on New York though. Like I said, they've been a little bit like their series have been a little bit grittier, and sure they might not have looked as clean as like Toronto or FaZe, but like the one thing that I feel like people don't like really rate, obviously because they're just looking at the players, is like how well New York's coaching staff is when it comes to like being prepared for
Yeah.
like tournaments. They
I have a
are
question though.
one of the most prepared teams every single year.
In the
at every
early season,
tournament.
back pocket S&D is
I actually think New
Good
York stand a better chance against FaZe than they do against Toronto. I think them
For
being on
what
this
reason?
side and playing Toronto, I think is a worse matchup for them. But I could totally see if Toronto beats FaZe in winners finals, and if New York's in loser finals, I could see them beating FaZe there.
I don't agree with that because I think FaZe is a better search team than Toronto, which this is my vulnerability with New York, which is like
But
if
New
they
York
are-
could take the respawns against FaZe. That's my point, though. Like,
yes, but the problem is it swings the other way, which is they're so like
They have a
It's
better
kinda-
chance. I don't think they
yeah,
take
on
it,
a
though.
respawn that if they play a good search team and they go down out 2, it might be over. Like it kind of goes both ways, Pat. And I think that favors wanting to not play FaZe over Toronto potentially being a better matchup. But they did play Toronto and got fucking choke slammed like last what was that, like fucking Friday. So who knows?
Okay, second question then. Since majority of us have Optic losing round 1, do you guys have Optic making a loser bracket run? Like not all the way, but just an impressive loser run?
Can you pull the bracket back up?
yeah,
Tom,
I
can you pull
do.
the bracket back up?
Yeah,
I
I'll
wanna
pull it back up.
see-
I think it
'cause-
depends on their matchup, Pat. Because if they drop to someone like Breach,
Yeah.
I think it could be
That's who
interesting.
they dropped to, right?
So,
I
so
think
let's
they
explain,
would.
so let's explain. So what happens with the teams coming from winners is it flips after winners round 1. So like, the top side of the bracket will then go to the bottom side of losers. So Optic will drop and play Vegas, which they should beat.
I think they beat everybody
then they'll have
in
to-
losers round 1.
Yeah, and then they'll have to play like probably New York or Toronto.
No, they'd play Thieves or Gorillas, no?
Oh, so they would play Thieves or Gorillas for top 6, and then
Yeah.
they would have to play New York or Toronto for top 4. I didn't think they can get top 6, but they're gonna have to be in our top 4 team.
I mean,
to get it to Sunday. So
Is there a chance like Legion? Like we saw what happened in their matchup, bro. They came out 2-0.
No chance.
I think they just
I don't
out-talent
know.
them.
Does anyone I've been rough on this guy, but does no one think Purge might come crazy on land?
You think Purge is gonna come crazy, Purge? You think he's gonna go nuts?
It's possible, Tom.
Listen, Pat,
I didn't think Beans was gonna come crazy in Major 3.
But when we reach to the levels of cope that we are currently displaying right now,
He's cope.
we
The
got
good news
this,
is,
this
Sam,
is
the
next
good news
level.
is we don't have to wait. We're gonna see
This
it
is
next
next
weekend.
level cope,
I
Pat.
just really, I don't.
I think it might
This
be a
is
Purge
insane.
Legacy series. That's all I'm saying.
This is crazy.
That's all I'm saying.
I
Is
think-
it might be a Purge Legacy series.
I think there's going to be 2 teams.
Watch it happen though, like
I think-
fucking 1.9.
I think there will be probably
Bro, Beans did
maybe-
it.
I think there will
I don't
maybe
know.
be 2, maybe 3 teams that I could see Optic losing to in the loser bracket if they get matched up. But outside of that, I don't see a world where Optic doesn't lose to a top 4 team in loser like through losers bracket. So I don't know if that you would consider that impressive because I feel like they should beat those teams. But I mean, I think maybe the only teams that I could see a threat to them are probably Surge, Breach, and like in the losers bracket, if we don't expect Miami to go there for a while, maybe like an LAG if LAG plays
Well, you can
well.
close some fucking maps and respawn.
Yeah, outside of that, I don't see them losing to anyone else. Like, and that would take those teams being on top of their game. Like, it's not like they can come out and play bad COD. Like, they would have to still be on top of their game to beat Optic. So,
Wait, so we're gonna get a Rocker versus Ravens round 1?
Mm-hmm.
This is round 1.
Probably.
Yeah, that's
Potentially.
a real.
Does
tricky draw.
anybody have any of the losers teams, barring probably Breach, making winning their first
Just
series? Or no?
Breach, yeah, just Breach.
Well,
Depending on who Breach gets, I'm
Maybe
terrible at
Boston-
brackets.
maybe
I'm
Boston's
so
tough.
fucking bad.
Wow, it's actually kind of crazy. One of Boston, Seattle, Toronto is getting fucking dead lastness.
I don't know,
Yeah.
bro.
It's actually wild.
I will say this, Sam. I will say this. It is COD.
That's not that
It
wild.
is-
Yeah, I mean, it is.
It is
yeah,
COD
for
on
sure.
land. I mean, I think anything can happen in the losers bracket. And also, a lot of the losses that Vegas have had and Thieves and they have been nail biter losses. You know, some of their losses have been close. Not all of them, but some of them.
Also, you got to think too. That has been brought up before. It's very cold in Vancouver,
It is
and it's going to be very
over
cold
there.
in Boston. So
Oh,
that, you
it's
know,
not,
shit.
it's not going to be that. Listen,
You know,
there's a
like
warm
Ben-
front
like
coming
Ben
in, it's
said,
not
it
gonna
might-
be
The
that
warm
cold.
front
you know,
coming
might
in,
have
Pat.
might have a
It's
little
gonna-
advantage.
Bro,
They're
go look
used
at
to
the,
the
go look at
environment.
Boston weather. It's actually going to be not.
You guys
bad
look
next
over
weekend.
here
I don't
on
know.
my left. You'll
It's
see a
not
warm
bad.
front
It's not gonna
coming
be that
in
cold
from
in
the
Boston.
north.
If
No,
it's
I
cold,
believe
I
in-
mean,
There's a
who's not going to
cold weather
benefit?
system
Bro,
moving in from
Bro,
the east.
next Saturday in Boston, it's a
Looking
high
like
of
sunny
45.
skies,
It's
high
gonna
of
be
45 for
It's
the
good.
weekend. Make sure you guys get
That's
your
light
swimming
jacket
trunks
weather,
out.
bro. That's like jacket weather. That's
give
a
it
nice
up.
North
Give it a
Face
rest.
fleece.
Give it a rest. Give it a rest.
Casual fleece, bro. It's not like it was -20 like it was last
Ben,
year.
hit
Come
the
on.
pop, Ben. Ben, hit the pop,
Alright.
man. Damn. Damn, move the ball back today. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
where the
put the
dot
ball
is.
at
Put
the
it
very back, bro.
Put it behind the dot. Just put it behind the dot. You don't need to put it on the dot.
We
Just
want it
move
at the
back.
last line, Ben. The last line.
All the way
Where
back.
the line starts on the map.
yourself, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna put it where I always put it. And you all can
No,
vote.
no, we need to see it on the last spot, Ben.
No.
The line. You want me to put it on the line?
Yeah, where the
Central
line starts. Yeah, where the line starts.
Okay,
Put it
man.
right there.
Yep.
Like
Dude,
Like,
is this
on the
what is he, a
line.
moron? What
Where it starts.
Ladies and gentlemen, the legend himself, Ben
He's missing this one. He's not used to
doing
this
it. He's not-
distance, Tom.
No,
Yo, he's like 5 for
no.
5.
No,
Move it back.
spot where you.
the back of the
Behind
line.
the
Move
line.
behind the line. Behind
Behind
the
the lines,
line.
Ben.
Behind the line. Yeah.
Right there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, Ben's like 5 for 5.
Yeah.
Putt. It's
Better.
like an 8-foot putt.
Better.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better.
Sure.
Better.
That's
Ladies
where
and
it should
gentlemen.
always start.
Ladies and gentlemen, Benji Nassim stepping up to the plate, got his dogs out yet again. He's been flawless here in the flank.
Bro, he's
and
killing it.
He hits the
Ben's on a
ball.
heater.
So why is he not doing those every time?
Ladies and gentlemen, he hits the 8-footer.
It don't fucking matter, bro.
Ben's on a heater.
He's on an absolute heater.
Ben, you're like 6 for your last
He's
6,
at
buddy.
the,
You're fucking.
the
You're
crowd
him.
is going. The chat is going nuts, Ben. They are going nuts.
I told you, I've been putting well, bro.
Bro, you on a heater, man. It's like 5 for 5 or something. I don't know. People just at this
Ben, Jack.
point, if you're betting against
People
Ben.
were saying in the offseason I was washed. I was missing a lot of putts. Go
Wow,
fuck themselves.
12 million people said that 12 million channel points.
People,
12 no,
holy
that's-
fuck.
that's-
I need more cash for this.
Wow, all the NFL
12
fucking viewers came over
million
here watching
channel
the
points
show.
was on you missing, and 14 million
my
had you making it.
God.
14 million
Well,
you
they
making
can-
it. So
they can
that's
hold that, I
crazy,
guess.
bro. That's insane. But guys, that is gonna do it for us on the flank. We might do a mid show. I don't know. We talked about it a little bit, Ben. I know we mentioned maybe doing like a midweek show. But obviously, guys, we're gonna be home for the major. We're gonna be doing shows live. How we been doing them? We're all really excited for the major. We're excited to get into it.
Starting on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Major starts
Thursday
on
early too, right? It's like I don't know the time, but I think it's earlier, right?
I think it's
Starts at 3, right?
It's
3?
usually 3 or 1:30. Huh?
Oh shit.
Doesn't
I heard
I didn't
1.
realize the major started on Thursday. I didn't even realize
Yeah,
that.
I heard like 1.
Yeah, because that's usually the show that I miss because y'all are at the
1:30,
event. But
1:30 East
Yeah.
Coast time.
That's
Oh, yeah,
early
right,
on
right,
Thursday.
right.
how many
1:30
matches are there? 4, right?
There's 4 on Thursday. There's 5 on Friday, and then Saturday I think there's 1, 2, 3.
But Thursday should still
5
end
Saturday.
like 8 o'clock ish, right?
If
1:30
there's
more
no
matches.
delays. If there's no delays.
Yeah. But we should be good though.
You never know.
Yeah.
Sometimes Crimsix could be complaining about the audio setup and it'd take an hour and a half to
Nah,
it
Yeah,
down.
there'll probably be some delays or some.
This will be
shit.
my first Thursday event show since
Pat.
Champs
We should
the
throw
year
a fucking
before.
party, bro, for you, Pat.
Yeah, Pat. That is the benefit, Pat, of being home is you can be on the shows. We can also look at clips and gameplay now with us being home. If there's any crazy moments that happen.
2
that we
minutes
wanna
though.
look at.
2 minutes.
No more than
Yeah,
a
2
minute
minutes,
or
no
than
more.
120 seconds, of course. No more than 120 seconds, but we're excited for the major, guys. Really excited for it. Really excited for the shows. Really excited for the watch parties. So get ready for that. But guys, thank you to everybody who tuned in this weekend. Thank you for all the energy in the chat and the comments.
Whoa! Before we leave,
Of course, Lane. Floor is
winner
yours.
event winner predictions, all of you.
Oh,
Faze.
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 Ben.
Atlanta Phase.
Damn, we're all going
But I
Faze.
think,
That's crazy.
but I think them in Toronto, bro. Them in Toronto might play a fucking classic in the grand final. Like,
Yeah, that
Like,
series
I hope so.
could
What about
be
you,
fucking
Pat? Pat, what
insane
about you?
right
Insano
now.
series.
Hopefully, Scrap wins a map this time.
I'm honestly kind of
Damn.
I'm honestly kind of happy.
Gotta get my
that we
shots
didn't
in where
get
I
to
can,
see
Ben.
Faze
That's
versus
great.
Ultra during the stage because like the way both teams are set up right now and how well they're playing and like game mode, like each individual game mode or whatever, like dude, we could have a fucking nuts finals if they play each other.
Mhm.
They are when you talk.
Pat,
to
who do you
teams,
have?
Everybody
I got
has them
Faze,
one
I
and
got
two.
You got
Faze.
Phase 2?
No,
I wasn't
Tom,
sure you went
I'm-
with Toronto.
I don't know. Is there a site that allows you to put like all event winners and bet on them for like one big parlay for every event?
For every event?
I don't think they give you futures odds as for that far ahead.
Because I wish I could have done it last year. I was looking good up until last event. But anyway, I was just curious who you guys have. I'm going Face.
Yeah. Atlanta Phase. Also, prizepicks.com. Use code ZooMaa and sign up. How you doing? Pat, you put any picks in today or what?
Not today. I did not. But I was studying for the event, Tom.
Oh, you were studying. You were studying for the
Yeah.
event slate? Oh, so
I
you're
do know.
ready.
I do know if I see some high rise map pools in the map pool. I know-
Overs?
I'm gonna take some overs.
Yeah, but they're gonna move the lines, Pat. They'll move the lines.
Don't
for
care.
Sure.
Don't
They'll
care.
move 'em. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for us. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Go to anchor.fm/theflank to check out all the other assets we're on, and go follow at the flank on Twitter. Gert's doing a phenomenal job of running socials as always. Take care. Brush your hair, and we'll see you guys next time on another episode of the flank. Man, take it easy. There you go.
Sell MVP.
Peace.
Licorice.
Yeah,